Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Moreno Ravenberg here again. I am once again live, and Papa's got a brand new hat instead of a brand new bag. I just bought this hat. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Moreno Ravenberg here again. I am once again live. Yeah, sorry about that. I forgot to pause and turn off the volume for my own stream in relation to, the usual. In any case, the subject is that anything goes pretty much. It's a spur of the moment stream. I just felt like it. This is live stream number 16, I'm sorry. And yeah, like I said, I bought this hat I like this hat. It's quite snazzy, as you can see here. Quite snazzy. The brand is Stacy Adams. Yeah, Stacy Adams. I don't know if any of you out there are familiar with this hat or with the brand, better said. I Yeah, hold on for a second. Yeah, I don't know if any of you out there are familiar with said hat, with the brand. I mean, fuck. In any case, yeah. In any case, it cost me $100. This hat. Still like it. I bought one for my vice lord. He also has one, so now we have matching ones. Yeah, thanks, Homer Simpson. You're online now. Thanks for the compliment. Nice hat, you say. As usual, let me just copy and paste everything into the places that they need copy and pasting in. Um, Hold up for a second. I need to copy and paste the link of this live stream in my thingy, in my Facebook group. So yeah, in any case, regarding subject, anything goes pretty much. Anything goes. I really have no subject in mind. Like I said, it's a spur of the moment live stream. I just felt like streaming. So yeah, there you go. So if anyone has any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat bar. I Yeah, today was a busy day for me, despite the fact that it's only a little past noon in my location. It's 12 p.m. I In relation to the things that I did today, I had to run some errands, pick up my laundry, but that dumb bitch at the laundry place forgot to give me back my laundry basket, so I'm supposed to go back into town to pick it up. Things are hectic because today is Monday, so traffic is hopelessly congested, over congested even by local standards. Oh, David B says hello. Hey, Marino. Hello, David B. Um, so yeah, I definitely am not heading back into town just for a laundry basket. I'll tell you that. That's why for me, the saying "there's no place like home" applies like no other. Applies to no other. And it is fucking 36 degrees outside in my location. Can you imagine that? 36 degrees outside here. It's just beyond hot. So yeah, I'm retreating back into my bedroom where the air conditioner is running full blast. So yeah, you can imagine my body is recovering right now. I was sweating like a pig, was sweating like a pig, but I'm in the process of cooling off. I went on that tour yesterday with a friend of mine. Hold on, I'll share the link with you guys so you guys can see the summarized version. This is the short version, but long story short, it was fun. No complaints. The ATV tour that I referred to yesterday. So yeah, the tour was nice, no complaints. But a couple of things did go wrong. For starters, when there was only one guide, and when we went into the wilderness, his ATV broke down. There was some problem with the starter, he said, or something similar. And it just wouldn't start up, causing an hour's worth of delay. And within that hour, we had to help him by dragging his ATV, with the cord in an effort to get it back up and running. And his cell phone fell out, so he had to use my cell phone and my cell phone credits, which I did not appreciate either. It just goes on, okay? It just goes on. So yeah, I was on the back then. I was literally on the verge of asking for my money back. I'm not kidding. I really wanted my money back. I just wanted my money back. Period. But the tour turned out in the end to be more fun than I had anticipated. Even more fun than the first time. So yeah, I still enjoyed it. And yeah, David B says, I was once on an ATV or a quad and it's really amazing. Yes, exactly. Now you can see why I like it, okay? I'm an adrenaline junkie. I drove at a certain point at top speed, almost non-stop, all the way back to base. ATV was a 500cc one, so Honda. So top speeds was around 90 kilometers an hour. Top speed was around 90, and I was oh yeah all the time. I surpassed normal traffic, you name it, and everything. And there were a couple of things there were a couple of holy shit moments. I did take some risks. I did take some risks in the form of not lowering my speed at when making a turn, when making a sharp turn, causing me to almost fly off the handle and into a riverbed. Almost. Can I talk to somebody who can help me with a problem I have today? Ignore my ringtone in the background. Someone is I'm sorry, this is a potential customer that's emailing me, hence me not saying anything. So yeah, in any case, yeah, it's my David B says, "LOL, your ringtones are so funny." Yeah, I have custom ringtones. I simply make them myself. I take snippets from any YouTube video I see and I convert them into my own ringtone. This is obviously from Onich Prank, specifically the character Book Lao that the guy Russell. In any case, the owner from Onich Pranks himself. The character that he voices, or the character that he plays when calling people for pranks. And Book Lao with the whole "can I talk to somebody" and whatnot. I have several of them, to be honest. So yeah, in any case, when driving at top speed, I almost there was a couple of moments. For example, there was a traffic hurdle at a certain point that I didn't see, and I really braced for impact because I was going at top speed. I think I drove the last 5 kilometers at top speed without lowering my speed, 90 kilometers an hour. Look at my hands. Look at them. So you can see for yourself how intense it was. This was despite the fact that I wear heavy duty gloves. I wear Human X gloves that are generally used for weight training and weightlifting purposes. So yeah, you can imagine how heavy we were, busy. So in the beginning, when we were held up and everything with all the delays, I came close to asking my money back. I told that friend of mine, my friend's name is Rodney, by the way. I told Rodney, no, I think I'm gonna thingy my money back. I think I'm gonna ask at least part of my money back, a partial refund, because this is bullshit. No, 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 no. And in the end, it simply turned up to be a lot more fun than I had anticipated, because we really went at it. I mean, we really went full throttle. I specifically went full throttle. David B is asking me how was it in the wilderness. The area that we went to, that's there's no wildlife there. It's just a dead jungle. It's way out in the jungle. Okay, so you can imagine at least 10 kilometers into the jungle, but jungle's dead. Jungle that we went to is dead. Okay, as in no wildlife, just bugs, annoying bugs, e.g., mosquitoes. How do you spell mosquitoes? Autocorrect me. E.g., mosquitoes. I saw those bugs. I saw that insect that looks exactly like a tree branch or a twig. I forgot what they're called. David B is asking me, and the whole course is how many kilometers? Let me see the whole course. Holy shit. Has to be approximately coming and going, up and down, 60 kilometers. David B says, you mean that bug called Phasmatodea? Yes, exactly. That's the one. I saw Phasmatodea in the water. And I was about to go in the water because at a certain point we came across a creek that was not supposed to be there. Okay, we're talking about the rainy season or the couple of days that that it rained here heavily or intensely, made so that a creek existed or a creek came into existence. It was just a dry riverbed, and we were supposed to cross that dry riverbed. But again, now it's turned into a creek, and even the bridge that we're supposed to cross it on is completely obscured by water. So yeah, it uh, it was not doable. The relating to the video that I sent via the link that I sent with the summary, the part that I'm referring to the jungle is the end part where you're seeing me drive slowly and you're seeing dirty jungle all around you with mud and everything. Uh, David B says, yeah, in that video your camera was underwater. No, what actually happened is that there was a river with a strong current crossing the road, and I accidentally fell into the deep part in the middle. The guy tried to warn me, but too late. Yeah, the guy tried to warn me, but too late. That's why I'm laughing, because I literally just broop. I just fell down. Code 919 has joined us. Hi, Moreno. Enjoyed yesterday. Hold on, Code 919. I'm going to show you. This is the link. Click on that link to watch the summary of the ATV trip yesterday. So yeah, it was the shit. Okay, I got to drive at top speed, and I got to all the way. You name it. It was a blast. In the beginning, it sucked because we broke down and all of that. I got stuck in a ditch too at a certain point, and the guide had to pull me out with his ATV because these fucking ATVs are unfortunately only two-wheel drive instead of four wheels. Otherwise, I would have been able to yank myself out of that hole with ease, relatively speaking. But yeah, you know what happens when it's only two-wheel drive and you end up in a ditch that's maybe half a meter deep. So yeah, that's what it was like. David B is asking me 60 kilometers is really a lot. It's like 2 or 3 hours. No, longer. We started at 9 a.m. and finished around 4 p.m. You need to keep in mind. You need to keep in mind that that the road is literally travelable for average cars. So bumpy as fuck. So bumpy and bad as fuck. Lots and lots of potholes. I still blasted through all of it at top speed. Yeah, we took several breaks, had some pastries and drinks, cooled off in the river with the strong current. Code 919 is asking me if I'm okay now. Yeah, I'm okay now, but I think yesterday was the fastest that I've ever driven an ATV at such a long period of time. And yeah, look at this. Okay, this is with gloves on, heavy duty gloves on. I still have blisters on my hands. The palms of my hands. David B says sounds like very physically demanding. Oh, definitely. You really need to be strong army for this and up to the challenge. If you're not used, if you're not, motherfucker, if you're not used to it, you're pretty much dead. I paid 125 euro per person. I paid 125 euros per person, so 250. Code 19 thought you were dead until I saw your website updated with a new picture, a new background, nice photo. Ha 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 ha. Very fun. David B says, what's the speed limit in Suriname on a typical road within the city? I think 30 kilometers per hour. Outside, it's 60 to 80. That's why traffic inside the city is so bad, but outside, it's the breeze in general. LOL didn't get stopped by the police. Nope. No police in the region we drove because it's 90% abandoned or jungly. The video that I showed you guys is a summary. I compile it myself. I simply take the best moments or the moments that I deem the best, and I put all of them together, and I just merge the video as a whole, all those small bits, and that's it. I edit it and so on, make some necessary improvements and whatnot. Um, but in reality, I recorded, I think, 3 to 4 hours up of material. I watched it all yesterday when I got home, uh, and I took a shower afterwards or in the morning time. Code 919 says, met any hot girls? David B is asking me, what's the moment with that woman? In the beginning, I'm assuming you're referring to in the beginning. No, she's gay, okay? He's a dyke. she was asking me in Dutch if I wanted a different helmet. Helmet. At 37 seconds, hold on, let me check it out. Where the fuck did I insert that link? Okay, there you go. Oh crap. Oh, I hate it that I hate the fact that it does not. It's so annoying, man. I hate the fact that YouTube doesn't open any link that you click on in a live stream chat box. Let me see. At 37 seconds. Oh, her. Oh, her. Yeah. The one in the beginning, like I said, short girl, short Indonesian girl, gay. Okay, but the one in blue has some sex appeal. Yeah, not necessarily pretty, though. She's the host of the animal enclosure, wildlife enclosure. She's the host of the animal wildlife enclosure. They include a tour there on the tour as a whole. No. She walks you around and shows you all the animals there. They have a lot. Eagles, snakes, thingy. What are they called again, man? Eagles, snakes, and whatnot. Eagles, snakes, and whatnot. Mammals, yeah. Oh, fuck, mammals is the thing that I was looking for, the phrase that I was looking for. We're talking about porcupines, pakiras, you name it, wild hogs, etc. Open the fuck up, man, you stupid email. Come on. Behance, I'm gonna block your ass if you keep sending me stupid emails. Just fuck off already. Task manager open up. Live streaming always doesn't take a toll on my computer, and yet my fan is running pretty much non-stop, and it's still hot as fuck here despite the fact that the air conditioner is on. David B says the only reason why I remember Pasma is because it was pretty popular when I was a young kid bringing it outside. Okay. Code19 is asking me if I feel like typing today. Yeah, I feel like typing today. I might continue doing it in the future from now on, just to make things clearer, because it seems that when I type while I speak, the things are clearer to you guys that are listening to me. There aren't as many questions in relation to the things that I say, because sometimes people are asking me a question despite the fact that I have already said it once or twice. So yeah, the woman, she seems fuckable. She just, like I said, she has sex appeal, so she just She brings out the impulse in you if you're a guy, a heterosexual guy, of course, that you just wanna. While I was walking behind her, my primitive instincts just told me, or impulses just told me to grab her ass, but my mind was like, no, Marino, you know better than that. Goddess of Earth says thanks, no problem. Goddess of Earth, I'll hear from you when you are ready for you know what. Code 919 says, how much does Red Bull cost? Red Bull in Suriname converted, let's just say in euros, 1 point, a euro and 50 cents, roughly estimated. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. And yeah, what do you guys think of my hat? Snazzy hat. Stacey Adams hat. Looks good, no? Oh. So yeah, anyone else that's watching this live stream, feel free to ask any questions you want to. I'm gonna copy and paste the subject here again. Like I said, the subject is simply anything goes. It's a spur of the moment live stream. I just felt like it. So yeah. I just felt like live streaming. I am getting the same fucking email again, despite the fact that I deleted the email. I have no idea what the hell that's about. David B, is especially good to wear head protection because of the sun. Yes, but on the other hand, your head might become a bit hot and feel a bit restricted or strained due to the heat because it's in a closed environment, if you will. Your head, the top of your head, your scalp might feel a bit hot. Although that's not the case in this hat's case. Yes, that's the international price for Red Bull. God of Earth is asking me, would it be overkill to put up a money altar to include all the money spirits? Yeah, it's not a good idea, okay? It's about quality, not quantity. It's about quality, not quantity. So one altar per spirit or matter. Not a good idea to just erect a money altar. Not a good idea otherwise. So yeah, in any case, it was fun. It was still fun. It didn't rain yesterday. It rained every other day. So ironically speaking, it rained every other day except for the day that I went on that tour, which was yesterday. And yesterday it was just as hot as it is today. And I was in the jungle and I felt the sun bearing down on me, and I was like, holy crap, it's so fucking hot. And I am in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, you can imagine if something happens, okay? It's just stereotypically Surinamese. They just the biggest problem is the same things that you'll encounter in the third world. Lack of any kind of organizational capacity, you name it. I mean, what if some lost wild animals, like a jaguar or something that's really lost and hungry, starts attacking us or similar? The guy has no weapon, he has nothing, and I forgot my knife. I always bring a combat knife with me attached to uh, a belt that I wear, but I didn't bring it with me. Homer Simpson says, can Sierra also help with time travel? No, Homer Simpson. Generally, 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 generally speaking, clairvoyance and whatnot. Generally speaking, clairvoyance and whatnot. In regards to Sierra, Sierra, stupid keyboard. David B is asking me, when will you be going next time? When I'll be going again? That is an excellent question. David B, excellent question. I want to go again ASAP. It's addicting. It's addictive. It's addictive. Goddess of Earth says, okay, I summoned my mom on Friday. I had a minor misfortune yesterday. I poked myself in the eye, made it bleed. Ew. Wondering if Maman had anything to do with it. I don't know. Again, don't just. I suggest you don't just summon spirits out of the blue. I'm assuming, did you consult any kind of divination first? Because divination should have pointed out that that in your case specifically, Mammon will bring money via misfortunate means or with misfortune being a side effect, and you need to decide whether it's worth it. It. So yeah, you just need to decide whether it's worth it. So yeah, Goddess of Earth, choice is yours. I also had another question, if you don't mind. I'm gonna do it via this live stream. I noticed that when you emailed me, your email, Goddess of Earth, specifically the email address that you use is from the HHSC. Is that correct? Do you work for them or something? Just asking, because I got a spam or fraud warning email wise. Email wise. David B says, yeah, I thought so. You work for HHSC in Texas. Yeah, I thought so. So it's more of a business email rather than personal, or you just combine the two. Okay. I don't mind. I just thought to ask because I don't know why Gmail is giving me some kind of warning, because it recognizes it as fraudulent and so on. It just told me to not open attachments unless I know for sure that it's from you, blah, blah, blah. That's when I started paying attention to the email. Oh, David B says, yeah, I bet, and I'm sure there are more courses around the whole of Suriname. Yes, there are, David B. There are. I have so many ones mapped out, but I need to buy my own ATVs in order to do so. Goddess of Earth says, no, I don't know how to divine. I will begin working on it. Ask Oriel. Okay. David B is asking me how much an ATV costs. It all depends. Okay, hold on. I'll give you the name. I'll give you the link to the website that I go to. You can find all kinds of ATVs there. But the ones that I had my eye on, two-wheel drive costs around $3,000. Four-wheel drive is 6,000, I think, approximately. Yeah. I'm really liking this hat. Oh god, feels delicious too. I need to see what other hats. What kind of other hats Stacey Adams has? Stacey Adams hats. Men's hats, fedoras, lowrider hats, and blah blah blah. David B is saying that that's like a car. Yes, these ATVs are expensive. It all depends, okay? Top brands, generally speaking, are Honda, Polaris, Kawasaki, uh, Yamaha, and Suzuki. You've got ATVs that are like what, $10,000, you name it. So if I wanted to buy two or three, it could easily come to $20,000. It all depends. Even if I were to select the cheapest ATV, would still, if I wanted to buy two with importing expenses or importing costs or fees, whatever, then it would still come to $8,000. Those are two-wheel drive. On the two-wheel drive ATVs, like the ones that I drive here, would be $8,000 if I wanted to buy two. So approximately with importing, it's 4,000 a piece. Yeah, so they are expensive. Make no mistake, okay. ATVs are generally used for gold miners, prospectors, people that simply work in horrendously bad conditions in the jungle. So you need all the horsepower you can get. Code 919 is citing a 2000 Honda TRX 400EX. I'm not fond of this model, Code 919. I don't like the build. I like ATVs that are more square shaped. I don't like the ATVs that whose noses or hoods are pointy. No, I don't like those. Hold on, I'll show you guys one or two that I had my eye on. Load quicker, you piece of shit website. Let me show you guys. Let's just say one that I really liked was the Suzuki King Quad. Just love it. It looks so sick, but it is expensive, $8,000. Suzuki King Quad, 8K. Oh, Goddess of Earth says it costs to have fun. Yeah, exactly. I don't mind, okay? Quality costs money, which I don't mind. But of course, it has to be worth it. If I intended on staying in Suriname for the rest of my life, then it would be no problem whatsoever. But I'm definitely not going to buy an ATV and then only drive it maybe 10 times. It's like buying, that's why I don't own a car either, okay? It's cheaper and more practical to simply call a cab because I'm definitely not going to buy a car or anything in terms of transportation. And when I have plans to leave as quickly as possible, it's a waste of the money. Code 919 says 2018 Polaris Gem E4. This is basically a car. Looks dope. David B says they don't produce this in Suriname, so you have to even import it. Yes, there's nothing produced here. What the hell are you talking about? 99% of all of everything here is imported. 99% of everything here is imported. Don't make me laugh. Piece of shit, Suriname can't do anything. No manufacturing here. Or have a shop in Suriname with those, David B says. Yeah. No. There are no shops here. There is nothing here, okay? Even the ATVs that I drive, Code 919, that 2018 Polaris Gem E4, looks like a caddy, a golf caddy. Doesn't even look like a thingy. Doesn't even look like an ATV. David B says just agriculture. Yeah, rice specifically. I don't know if they produce bauxite still in heavy amounts to the point where they export it. Let me see if I Google what does Suriname export. They used to export bananas too, you name it. Hold on, I'll give you the link. Suriname's main exports, if I do a Google search, are bauxite, 70% of total exports. Other include gold, oil, hardwood, and bananas. The main export partners are the United States, 23%, Canada, 20%, Belgium, United Arab Emirates, Norway, Guyana, and the Netherlands. So there you go. Suriname exports. There you go. Ah, fuck. The thing isn't thingy enough. The link is too long. Motherfuck. Hold on. Hold on. Let me just click on trading economics, blah, blah, blah. Suriname exports. So yeah, there you go. Pip, pip. Code 919 says, what if you got a repair with ATV? Is there anyone who could repair it? Yes, Code 919. Got a ton of cheap, easy mechanics here, but they specialize in Hondas since that's the most practical, cheapest, and main brand here, ATV wise. There's a place that I want to drive to. It's so ridiculously nice. It's called Pepper Pot Nature Park in Suriname. It's basically a maze that is, I think, 4.6 kilometers long. Just a pretty much 90% straight road. Just cut the way all the way through the jungle, and then you have nothing but jungle on both sides. And people simply walk there like a marathon, especially foreigners. It's maintained by foreigners too. I think it's maintained by the Dutch or something. But I went to there, and there's an old colonial director's house, a house that was owned by some plantation owner back in the day that they renovated and turned into a some kind of tourist retreat. And there's still an old dilapidated coffee plantation there. Hold on, let me see. Oy, hold on. I'll show you guys. I went by bicycle once. Hurry the fuck up. Cycling, blah, blah, blah. I'll show you guys the thingy, the video, so you guys can have an idea on what Pepper Pot looks like. Pepper Pot Nature Park. Homer Simpson says, if you have the ability to teleport, is it possible? Is it possible to teleport continuously in every second? Theoretically, it would be possible, or it should be possible, but it's impractical to just teleport every second. Teleport continuously? Why would you want to do something like that? Makes no sense. For the rest, let me see what else I can show you guys. Like to show you guys what the thingy looks like. Hold on, let me upload them to Google Drive. The images of Pepper Pot Nature Park. Where are you? Fucking Pepper Pot. Ah, there you go. Open, 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 open. I'll show you guys what the old thingy looks like. What the that renovated colonial house, plantation owner's house looks like. Hold on. Give me a second. Oh, come on, upload quicker. David B says looks peaceful with the bike, but with the quad. With the quad guard makes me drool. I'm not gonna lie. Of how fast I could go and how much damage I could do. You piece of shit, man. Why does it take so long to upload? I know that the live stream is taking upload speed, but still. Come on, hurry the fuck up quicker. Get shareable link. Get shareable link, you piece of crap. Copy link. Yeah, fuck off. I'm done. Plantation house. There you go. That's the plantation house. David B is asking me what other adrenaline related activities do I like to do? Nothing really, but I'm up for anything. Um, I took a canoe tour. I'll show you guys the summary of that one too. Hold up for a second. But the plantation house looks beautiful, doesn't it? Also, it is huge. David B is saying that it looks huge. It is huge, believe me. It is huge, okay? It's fucking ginormous. The houses back then, in terms of quality, you can tell that they're European. Compared to local modern houses, even those houses pale in comparison to the old colonial style houses. Even the houses that the Dutch built here in colonial times are of better quality. No dripping during rain. The likelihood of it catching fire is a lot less than modern houses. You name it. This goes on. Um, this goes to show you, okay, European quality versus non-European quality. Um, or let's say what adrenaline activities are possible in Suriname. I also wanted to go skydiving, but there was a Dutch company here that was going to host a couple of skydiving sessions, but that did not go through because Suriname is too worthless, and the Dutch company had to get permission from they, despite the fact that they requested permission at the last second, the local airline company stated that in order to use the airfield, they had to request additional permission or something similar, and it just pissed them off. And the Dutch basically said, "Okay, fuck it, we're packing up, leaving." Okay, even Guyana is better than Suriname. So yeah, um, hold on, I'll show you guys the canoe tour thingy that I took. I took that canoe tour last year, and it was fun, relatively speaking. It was also in the jungle. I mean, it's really dangerous. I'm not gonna lie. We saw a giant nest with yellow jacket bees, those really aggressive, dangerous bees, African bees. And the guide simply told me, "Hey, shh, shh, look there, see that?" And I looked up and I saw a huge fucking bee nest, a beehive, and I was like, "Holy crap!" And aside that, it was just we went canoeing in a swamp, kayaking in a swamp. So you can imagine everything was there: fish, snakes, you name it, everything. Canoe tour, canoe tour. Um David B is asking me, your house is of colonial or European origin or just Surinamese architecture? It's just Surinamese architecture. Believe me, I would love to live in one of these houses. Most colonial or European houses, those old houses from the year 1800s or 1900s that the Dutch built, most of them are white and the roof has a hint of green, whereas and it's made up of wood. You'll immediately be able to distinguish the difference. Okay. Whereas this house that I have is, for the most part, made up of stone. It's partially stone and partially wood, but the quality is the lasting. Quality is really lacking. Okay, the house has potential design wise, but the owner just fucked up. He just abandoned everything halfway. He told me, and I could clearly tell. Other people that have visited my house have told me the same thing too. Other people that have basic knowledge on construction, generally speaking, when it comes to buildings and so on. And they also pointed out a bunch of other things wrong with the house. And I told them, yeah, I know. GStacks 814 has joined us or has become vocal. I'm not Christian, but I've recently been listening to the Bible audiobook on YouTube. What is your opinion on Christianity? Well, that's expansive. I'm a real Christian, not those hypocritic wannabe Christians that go to church and do a bunch of sinful shit behind the back of others or holier than thou and whatnot. But yeah, my opinion on Christianity is that it's the one true religion. Period. Victor G says skydiving for Vermin is not popular these days. Maybe that's why they canceled. Yeah, the Vermin can afford it. Okay, so the first thing they said, because the skydiving tour was 250 euros, I think, or something, and They immediately said, "Holy shit, why is it so expensive?" Case in point. David B says, "Do you think Suriname shouldn't have received independence?" Yeah, definitely. Suriname definitely. Suriname should have remained a Dutch vassal state or colony, quote unquote colony, because the phrase colony, to be honest, is kind of outdated in that context. Wouldn't be as bad off as it is now. Wouldn't be as bad off as it is now. Uh, so yeah. Oh, it's starting to rain now. Holy crap. Well, I much rather have the rain. It might cool off outside and therefore also cool inside too. David B says, "I think it happens with every post-colonial country when the colonials leave, it all falls apart. Corruption, etc." Yeah, exactly. I am going to show you. Hold on for a second. Nambio cost of living. I am going to show you, motherfucker. Come on, hurry up. I don't have all day. Come on, come on, come on. I'm gonna show you in euros. Cost of living for Suriname in euros. Here you can see for yourself what everyday goods and so on cost in Suriname, and I'll show you quality of life index of Suriname. Hold on, quality of life. And last but not least, the crime statistics or crime data in Suriname. What kind of shithole crime is. And you tell me how much of a shithole Suriname is. Calling Suriname a shithole is an insult to shithole. It's an insult to shit, period. Compared to my country, it's 12% cheaper and the rent is 58% cheaper. But yes, it might be cheaper, but why the hell do you think it's cheaper? A piece of shit doesn't cost anything because it's a piece of shit. Exactly. Problem, corruption, and bribery, 82%. Yes. And take that compared to the totality of the population, which is a little over 500,000, 560,000 something. And then you have a corruption and bribery problem of 82%. I mean, you live in the Czech Republic, you told me. The Czech Republic has to have millions of people, okay? If I just Google Czech Republic population of the Czech Republic is 10.58 million. Look at that. You can't compare it. I guess it's like if anything happens, you give money to policemen and nothing happens. You know it. You better believe it. As long as you can pay people off, as you can pay off the vermin, you're good. As long as you can pay off the vermin, you're good. So yeah. So yeah. I mean, you can't compare it. Look at the quality of life. There's nothing. Nambio. You can compare it like in Africa. David B says, but Suriname is as its export gold and such could be better, but the companies take the most of it, like in Africa. Yeah, most gold mining companies or large scale mining companies are from abroad. Abroad, fuck. E.g. Canada, motherfucker. E.g. Canada or the US. E.g. Canada or the US. Yeah, everything looks fine. Okay, in relation to overall quality of life for the Czech Republic. I've got it that the average monthly salary is 986 euros. A one-bedroom apartment outside the city is half of that. Yeah, seems relatively stable comparison-wise. Quality of life. Prague. I said Prague, damn it. Prague. Huh? Fucking cunt. Prague. Yeah, everything looks fine. Safety is high. Healthcare is high. Climate is high. Cost of living is low. Traffic commutes low. Pollution is low. The only difference is real estate prices are very high. Purchasing power is moderate. At least there is a purchasing power. Suriname doesn't even have a fucking purchasing power. And let me look at crime statistics. Open the fuck up. Prague. Look at that, see? Everything is fucking low. Corruption and bribery is only 54%. With 10 million people, that's great. Safety walking alone at nighttime even is high. Crime increasing is moderate. See, it's all good. Look at that. You can't compare it. With a population of 10 million, those are great statistics compared to compared to piece of shit worth less than nothing. Suriname, definitely. David B says, yeah, I can tell there's almost no crime. To me, if there's a country where people are afraid to go out during the night, I think the country failed. Not just the country, everything failed. Code 919 says, any new occult projects you're planning in the future? Not really. Like I said in the video, I'm done. I'm done with new projects, okay? I'm done. I just want to enjoy all that I've worked so fucking hard for, and I just want to take it easy and relax and stability and whatnot. Doesn't mean that I will not be publishing any new material or updated information on my website or YouTube channel. Santix Mendes Osis has come online. Hello, Marino. Victor G says, do you remember the days when this was an occult stream? Victor G says, good times. So you're basically telling me that my personal life is not as interesting as the occult? Just kidding. No, like I said, it's also an occult stream. Anything is on the table. Doesn't matter whether you want to discuss something occult-wise or non-occult-wise. If you have a subject or a topic that you want to bring to the table occult-wise, then by all means, go ahead. The choice, le choice is yours. I know it's a joke, Victor G. I know. I was just kidding too. I know that you don't mean that, and even if you meant it, I'm not gonna get offended over something that stupid. What kind of a snowflake would I have to be? Nah, I'm just done. Okay, there's a limit to how much you can do. I've pretty much done everything that I can think of occult project wise, and I just don't want to. I just don't want to go back and forth because all of those new projects also come at the cost of energy and a certain level of instability, you know, going back and forth in terms of regressing and progressing. You name it, including financially. I just don't want to go back and forth between finances, you know, all of a sudden going from nothing to everything and then again back to nothing. It's just so fucking annoying. So I just want stability, and I've seen to that. David B says also that video 222. How did you get that fish from the canoe tour? Yeah, that fish I got were fish that were entangled in nets that in its turn were abandoned by fishermen. The fisherman that put out these nets or that placed these nets either forgot that he had them there and never went back to retrieve these nets with his potential bait in it, as you can see, or he just He just didn't do anything. He just doesn't want to come back to claim his net or his nets. Santix Mendes also says, I like things about Suribame. It's Suriname, but a place to be with an N. I like things about Suriname. It's an interesting, non-Latin country in South America. Yeah, it's not the only one. Okay, Guyana. In Guyana they speak English, and in French Guyana they speak French, and that's it. And in Brazil they speak Portuguese. The rest is all Latin. And it's not interesting, okay? Believe me, it's not. It's just an overseas Dutch shit stain. Sorry for being so cruel and so crude, but that's all that it is. It's nothing more than a Dutch skid mark. Nature is the only nice thing here. And even then, like I said, okay, when I invite people over here, what I said in relation to the occult giveaway, believe me, it will just be even if, like I said, even if we do 2 things a day, it will only be the whole vacation, and the giveaway will only last 2 weeks. We're done with everything. I can show you pretty much all the good things that Suriname has to offer in only 2 weeks' time. That's it. Maybe even sooner. Even you said Guyana is better than Suriname. David B says, yeah, it's true. Even Guyana is better than Suriname, in the sense that Guyana is a bit more organized. Primarily, Indians live in Guyana, and that says enough. Indians live primarily in Guyana, and here in Suriname, blacks primarily live in Suriname. The majority of the population consists of blacks here, whereas in Guyana, as far as I know, it's Indians. We all know that Indians are even worthless, but I don't know. It's almost like they're playing some kind of game. Which one can be the most worthless, either blacks or Indians? I have no fucking idea. Nor do I care. Oh, let me see what else I can show you. What other tours did I take here? I also had a tour called Busiwagi. That's Surinamese. Busiwagi. A Busiwagi tour. It's Surinamese for bushwagon tour. You basically get a car, a jeep, and go off-roading in the fucking cunt in the jungle. But yeah, it's disappointing. Code 919 is asking me if Indian girls are hot there. No. Most Indian women here are world class gold diggers. Gold diggers. Most Indians here are world class gold diggers. And they're ugly. They're ugly as fuck. I mean, really ugly. Populace of Suriname largely looks like bestiality, offspring. So yeah, the bushwagon tour, in any case, it was miserable. I paid $300 for 1 day of touring with that car, and it's a 1980s manual transmission car that has nothing a regular car has. So no normal seat belts, or AC or um, or even shock absorbers. The occult experience. Hi, Morino. Great to see you again. Just wanted to say hi, hello to you too, occult experience. David B is laughing at my bestiality offspring comment. Goddess of Earth says you're too damn funny, dude. Yeah, I'm funny while being serious. Quote 19 says failed bestiality experiment. Yes, yes, yes. Santix Menes also says you want pretty Argentinian women. Rosario, Santa Fe, trust me. Okay, like I said, I might visit Argentina one day. I love the Argentinian national soccer team, the football team, but I don't know. I'm not sure. You know, in relation to visiting Argentina, we'll see. So yeah, that tour was also a piece of shit. I'll show you a picture. I need to upload it to Google Drive on what it looks like. Open up. Um, and I was so disappointed that I asked for a refund and I got it. I mean, there's not that thing was offensive. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. It was so offensive. Hold on, let me just upload the fucking picture. Oh crap. File upload. Come on, start up. Come on, I don't have a fucking day. While I wait to show you guys that piece of shit Jeep that they made me drive. Instead of giving me a normal off-roading car, for example, a pickup truck, something that I could actually enjoy while sitting cozy in the driver's seat, I was forced to drive this piece of crap with a hard steering wheel, no power steering, no nothing, automatic or manual transmission, 1980 style. Reminds me of those Jeeps that guys in black and white movies, Caucasian explorers that colonized these third world countries when they went exploring into the jungle for whatever reason. Those are the kind of cars that they drove, and that's the kind of car that it reminds me of. So full of shit. Hold on, I'll show you guys the car. Come on, get shareable link. Get the shareable link. Give me the fucking shareable link. The fuck? Done. Get lost. All of a sudden, it does not want to give me the shareable link. Serious fucking Lee. I have no idea what the fuck is up with Google Drive. Hold on for a second. Oh, get lost. Reload Google Drive. I don't know what the fuck your problem is. Come on, come on, come on. Share. Google Drive is being such a piece of shit. Done. Get lost. I'll delete your ass. Remove. Hold on. I'm gonna close Google Drive. Get lost, Google Drive. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Let me just try some other thing. What's it called again? Imgur. I have an Imgur account. I'm assuming Imgur stands for Image Guru or some shit. I'm still logged in. Excellent images. Come on. Come on, Imgur. What the fuck? Imgur has difficulty loading. Hold on, new posts. Come on, new post. Come on, preparing uploader. It simply bothers me. Why the fuck these things are taking so long to load, man? Load fucking quicker. Takes 20 fucking ages to upload. Let me go to questions in any case. David B says, I think Argentina is known for their steaks. Santix Mendes Osis is asking me, do you want to eat asado? I need to Google what asado is. Asado, let me see. Oh, asado is basically barbecue, the South American version. Argentinian asado, do-it-yourself barbecue, okay? Occult experiences is one of your previous live streams. You said plants tend to die quickly around occultists. No, around me specifically. Last week I brought a few law maintenance plants intended for offerings. They all turned yellow and started to wilt within a day or two. It's so true, everything you said. Yeah. Especially if you offer plants to occultists, okay, to a spirit. That spirit, if it's especially if it likes plants, it will drain the shit out of those plants. A plant that's supposed to last half a year without any water, even like a cactus or something, will immediately die within days. Uh, Let me see if fucking Imgur still has not, still busy uploading that fucking image. I have no idea why. All I want to do is show you guys an image, and I have no idea why it's acting this way. Completely lagged. Okay, I need to sign in first, I think. I thought I was signed in already. What the fuck, man? Let me see, piece of shit. Even worse. Now the image is crooked. The image is literally crooked. Motherfuck. Delete post, delete post. The fuck you doing? Delete the fucking post. Hold on. I can't believe that it's so hard to upload a simple fucking image, man. This kind of shit annoys you. I mean, yeah, this kind of crap annoys you. What? Is it a JPEG? I need to make it smaller. Come on! Don't have all fucking day. Come on, come on, come on! Open! Piece of shit. Open, open, open. Add another image. Mm, okay. Hold on, guys. I'm just checking to see. Oh, fuck. You piece of crap. Let me see. Okay, yeah, there you go. This is what that stupid Jeep looked like. Piece of shit Jeep. Jeep is a piece of shit, and you can see that piece of shit guide in the background. Let me see what else I can show you guys. I can show you guys a helicopter tour I took over the city. Suriname's capital, Paramaribo. Here you go for the helicopter tour over Paramaribo. There you go. Let me know what you guys think, while you guys have any other questions. And yeah, in relation to occult experiences stuff, yes, okay. Organic material, not just plants. Organic material that you offer will wither away ridiculously. If you offer food that will even last a couple of days in a warm temperature, okay, or in warm, generally speaking, in a climate with a high temperature. So, for example, 30 degrees and above, or 30 degrees and up. Even, for example, food that can last at least a day in such a hot environment. When offering it to a spirit, for example, the room in which you have the altar to the spirit is a warm room, it has no air conditioning and whatnot, and you live in a shithole like me, it will, yeah, it'll drain pretty quick, okay? Make no mistake about it. It will drain pretty quick. We're talking about if it will cut the duration or the the extent to which the food is still good, is still edible in half at least. So if the food will be able to last for 24 hours, it will last less than 12 hours even. Food will go back in 8 hours, but that's normal. Like I said, long story short is that spirits simply draw the astral energy from whatever material thing you offer, and if it, in case it's something organic, that will cause it to wither away and die off pretty much straight away. Guggenhaus says, greetings, Murino. As a motorcycle driver myself, it interests me to know, are there any activities in Suriname? Welcome, Guggenhaus. It's a shame that you didn't log on earlier. I'm assuming that you've only come online, or you've only joined the live feed only just now. I was discussing all the things that I did. I like to go ATV riding. That's my favorite off-road sport, if you will. Since Suriname has a jungle-like environment, there's a bunch of fun stuff that you can do if you have off-road equipment or off-road, if you have an off-road vehicle like a motorcycle. For off-road purposes, a dirt bike, for example, a quad or an ATV. Homer Simpson says, "Wow, that helicopter flight is awesome." I agree. The helicopter flight is 50 euros per person, and I paid how much? I paid 150 euros for that. It lasts 15 minutes. For the people that I will be giving, for the person that I'll be giving that occult giveaway to, this is one of the things that we'll be doing. All the things that I'm showing you guys are all the things that I have scheduled. David B says, I can't help when I see Paramaribo from the birds' perspective. I can't see any tall buildings, and that's the capital. Yeah, exactly. In case you haven't noticed, it's also a lot of the a lot of the motherfucker roofs are also brown, so rusty and whatnot, and unkept, so unmaintained. So yeah, like I said, Suriname's a piece of shit. There are no high-rise buildings here. There's the only place that I can think of that actually is visible would be the Hackering Bank. There's a bank here called Hackering Bank. Hackering, Hakorinbank. Let me see if I can find an English thingy for you on the Hackering Bank. Hackering Bank, Suriname. Yes, let me see if they have an English section. They should have an English section. Contact, sitemap, disclaimer, blah, blah, blah. Let's see, Hackering Bank in English. That stupid bank has no thingy. Hold on, I'll show you an image. I'll show you an image of what the Hackering Bank looks like. The Hackering Bank is pretty much the tallest building in Suriname. Pretty much. Let me see. No, I just want to see the fucking image, piece of crap. Ah, come on! David B. Here's the bank. Oh, you found the image. Okay, good. Yeah. Akron Bank. That's what it looks like. I have no idea. It's maybe like 20 stories. It has 20 floors. That's pretty much one of the highest buildings in Suriname. Oh, you said that there's a huge bridge to some island. Yeah, that's the bridge over the Surinamese River. That's the bridge over the Surinamese River. The river's ugly, by the way. The river looks like sewage water. It leads to a province called Comwine. That's spelled Commewijne. David B says it looks more like an apartment building. Yeah, pretty much does. Homer Simpson says, are you going to have an occult giveaway? Weren't you online when I mentioned this? Listen, For the people that were unaware of it, okay, I stated previously in even before I started hosting live streams that I regarding occult giveaways. What I mean by an occult giveaway is, like I said, I intend on inviting someone over here and being that person's host, and the person that is interested or that becomes eligible for that trip will get an all expenses paid vacation basically from me all the way over here, including plane tickets and whatnot, coming as well as going. And the stuff that I'm showing you guys is the stuff that we're going to be doing. That's what I meant by a cold giveaway. Long story short. Homer Simpson says, sorry, I wasn't online. That's okay. Yeah, that's it. Let me see if I have anything else. I can't really think of anything else. I've been to several places, okay, but I can't think of. David B says, Morino, why every time I see a river or coast around Suriname, it's just brown? That's because Suriname is a piece of shit, and that's shit water. That's why I said sewage water. Occult Experience is asking me whether I like sushi. No, I'm more into chicken. More into chicken. Chicken, beef, you name it, and pork to a lesser extent. But I'm not a fan of fish. I can eat fish, but only on occasion. Aside from what I said David B. Aside from what I said, David B. Aside from what I said, David B. The water is brown because it is. The water is brown because it is. How should I put this? It's brown because it has a lot of mud at the bottom that easily breaks loose, etc. That's why I call it sewage water, shit water. It's so ugly. No beautiful blue ocean or anything like that here. All right, I am going to show you guys something else. You're looking at a picture of New Amsterdam. Yeah, a lot of places in Suriname regions, neighborhoods, provinces are named after places in the Netherlands. So yeah, Suriname, like I said, Suriname is, aside from being a shithole, a worthless wannabe version of the Netherlands. Okay, so you can expect things like New Amsterdam here, regions here to be called New Amsterdam. There's also a Gelderland here in Suriname. In Dutch, it's called Gelderland. Compare the actual Gelderland in the Netherlands to the Gelderland here. Gelderland, that's what it would be called in English. Just try it. Gelderland, the Netherlands, and then Gelderland, Suriname. It's nothing more than an abandoned or semi-abandoned Indian village. By Indian, I mean Native American village. So yeah. In any case, there is a lake here called Lake Broken Ferry. I'll show you guys it. It is beautiful. And you guys will agree with me. It's a man-made lake. The local government decided 20 years ago or something to flood a lake, to flood a valley. And that's how the lake came into existence, to flood a valley in the jungle. A bunch of bush Negroes and blacks lived there, and they were forced to relocate. The government relocated them before flooding the valley with normal mineral water, just regular tap water. And that's why it's so beautiful, bluish and greenish. And there's also the local reservoir there, the reservoir that powers Suriname, the local dam that foresees Suriname of electricity, that sees to it that Suriname has electricity, is also there, and that's the one that flooded Suriname. It's called Lake Broken Ferry. In Surinamese, Brokopondo. In Surinamese, Brokopondo. Yeah, that's what broco pondo means. Broco means broken and pondo means pontoon, so a ferry boat. This is what it looks like. I took a canoe over there once, but by with the one with a motor attached to it. So basically a motor boat. Occult experiences. Speaking of chicken, this is actually a serious question. Does Belial prefer chicken as an offering? A few occultists on YouTube said Belial asked for chicken when evoked. He says not specifically. That's just for good measure because it's easier for them and so on. But he accepts everything. He's flexible like that, obviously, especially based on his nature, Gemini. So yeah, Lake Broken Ferry is very beautiful. Okay, make no mistake. Lake Broken Ferry is simply breathtaking. I just love it. Hi, it's the only lake where you can literally just jump in. It's very nice and beautiful, and water's transparent, and water is sweet, sweet water. So taking a dip actually feels refreshing. Uh, Fucking thing, man. Come on, go back. Ah, you piece of shit, YouTube. Fucking YouTube. David Bezos looks so different compared to others. Yeah, here's another link of it. Yeah, it looks different because it looks literally world apart. Okay, it doesn't even look Surinamese, right? Based on what you've seen beforehand. The city is ugly and congested. Okay, being outside the city is just delicious. I'll show you another beautiful scene. Um, I'll show you another scene of a village called Red Soil. In Surinamese, it's called Redi Doti. Redi Doti simply means red soil in Surinamese. Redi means red, and Doti means soil. Hold on for a second. Red Soil Village. It's a beautiful Native American village that's so quiet. The second I saw that village, I just fell in love with it. I just thought to myself, holy shit, I want to come live here. You can literally hear leaves falling on the ground. That's how peaceful it is. Not a peep. No annoying traffic, no congestion, no shitty water, nothing. Just relaxation all around. Um, uh, Gregorian says, hi guys, nice hate, Morino. Oh, you mean hat. Yeah, thanks, Gregory. Good to see you online. David B. Here's also a nice swimming spot in Suriname called Blackwater. In Suriname, it's called Blakawatra, means the same thing. Occult experiences. Do you like winter sports? Snowing, skating, hockey? You mean skiing? Yes, I love it. Believe me, when I am in fucking Europe finally, you better believe I'm gonna do all of these things. I also would like to, similar to a quad tour or an ATV tour, I would love to just shoot across the snow in a snowmobile. Oh god, I can't wait to enjoy the coldness that is snow. My body can't deal with this kind of shit, 36 degrees and so on. That's no weather for a human being. That's no temperature for a person. It's like you're being, it's like I'm in a Saw movie and I'm being cooked alive. Hello, Moreno, I'd like to play a game. Uh-uh. No, 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 no. Gregory M says, can we ask occult related questions today? Yes, we can. You just joined, right? Hold on for a second. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, thingy. What the fuck can I go back to? I can't go back all the way up top relating to the stream. Oh, it's because I logged on and off again. David B says, LOL, hello Marino, I'd like to play a game. How long can you survive in Suriname? Yeah, exactly. That's one hell of a game. That will be the gruesomest of Saw movies ever. Even better than the last one, Final Cut. Gregory M, sure, no problem. You can ask. Here you go. This is what the subject is about. The subject of this video is that anything goes pretty much. It was a spur of the moment live stream. I just felt like it, especially with my delicious new hat. So yeah, ask anything you want, occult or non-occult related. So yeah, David B. Doesn't black water look refreshing? I especially like the stream. I like the current. You can sit in it and everything. It's just so refreshing. I almost want to go to Blackwater again. It's really refreshing, believe me. Just sitting there for a day in that water will make you feel refreshed. And in case you were wondering, that's what jungle water looks like in Suriname. Jungle water is black or brownish, not as dirty as what you saw. We're not talking about the Surinamese river. Jungle water in Suriname is dark brown or almost black. Because it's spring water. How it works is that the water comes from a main river, like the Surinamese river, but it maybe goes a couple of kilometers through the jungle, and the jungle basically filters it and cleans it uh, from all the mud that makes it so ugly brown, and it ends up looking like the jungle, which is completely dark, almost black. So it's completely clean and refreshing. It's like spring water. It is spring water. And the reason it looks black primarily is because a bunch of leaves fall into the water and tree bark and so on. And the jungle, generally speaking, is black, specifically leaves and tree bark. So yeah, hence the color. The only drawback is that you can't see shit in the water. Believe me, you literally can't see a single thing. I once went swimming. I'll show it to you in a place called Cola Creek. There is a place here called Cola Creek, and I was wearing my GoPro camera attached to my waist, and I'll show you what it looks like, okay, underwater. Just check out the video and you'll see for yourself what it looks like. Yes, it's cold as fuck. Deliciously cold. Deliciously cold. Here, Cola Creek. This is what Cola Creek looks like, and see for yourself. You can't see shit underwater. My camera recorded underwater, and you literally can't see a single thing. Completely black. So yeah, you can't see if there's a wild animal hiding in the water or similar. So yeah, David B says, yeah, I do it here too. Good to hear. I also prefer to swim in transparent water, water in which I can actually see the bottom or the surface and I can see what's going on there. I don't want to be surprised by some kind of fucking wild animal or anything like that. David B says, looks like a void, literally. Yeah. I always have this kind of paranoid feeling that the second I jump into that water and I dive underwater and I go swimming, that I'll be attacked by an anaconda or some kind of crocodile or some kind of fucking creature. Horror movies have messed me up too much, like most people. Most tourists that come here too, okay, they refrain from swimming in here. I mean, they do swim, but even then, they do so with caution because they don't like the fact that the water is that void looking, that it looks like a fucking black hole. Graham says, I was wondering which angelic spirit is the best for learning, studying, etc., like new languages or a new skill. An angelic spirit specifically. Yeah, Michael, I suppose, could help you out, but you'd have to consult my website, specifically the section that deals with educational matters. For educational matters, the first person I would go to is Biso Belial. So let me see. Hold on. Let me just consult the knowledge and wisdom section on my uh, on my site. You don't want an infernal spirit, I'm assuming, right? So yeah, let me see for you who comes up, who can help you out with this. That is celestial. Um Specifically relating to literature. Um, it's a tough one to find because most spirits that deal with occult, that deal with knowledge and so on. Specifically literature, they're infernal or otherwise. So finding a celestial is hard. I'm scrolling through my thingy now. I didn't have a single one that is not either pagan or otherwise. In any case, just shift through the section yourself and see which one which one appeals to you. Oh, so yeah, I I can't really. I'm trying to think right now. What else I can show you guys? Let me see. What else did I do? What other fun shit did I do? Um, 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 right. There's also a botanical garden here called Paraflor, Paraflor. Hold on, I'll show you guys. I do like plants, you know. I like nature as a whole. So yeah, this botanical garden is definitely worth a visit. You can also buy plants there. Botanical garden, Paraflor. The reason it's called Paraflor is because the region that it's situated in, is also called Para. So Para. Locally, they just say Para. They pronounce it in a more flat tone, Paraflor. Cult experiences. Do you like hunting or fishing? Yeah, I could fish. Hunting, I do like it because I like it. Combines multiple things I like. Combines it combines nature with weaponry, and oh, I'm definitely one for it. But going into the jungle and hunting is can be a very daunting task. Okay, believe me. I still like it despite all of its drawbacks. But any city person will be terrified of the jungle because the jungle is just crude. You know, you've got mosquitoes constantly harassing you when heading into the jungle. Bugs sticking to you. Need to be careful of every step you take. You need to be careful for where you stand or sit, even be wary of snakes that are latched on to leaves or trees that you happen to walk past. You need to be careful of all of those things. So, yeah. And you get tired easily, especially when dragging something with you. So, yeah, the jungle is no cookie, to put it that way. It's no walk in the park. I still like it despite all of its drawbacks, but you need to go prepared. Otherwise, you'll be sorry you went. David B says, I think Glacia, Labolas, and Agares are good for new languages, but they're not celestial. Yeah, exactly. Those are the two of the spirits that are on my list. Okay, now those two, yeah, those two. Agares is lunar, and Glacia Labolas, I forgot his correspondence, and he also deals with knowledge. Okay, Astaroth also deals with literature. Again, David B, just go. I mean, Gregory, I'm just go through the section. Okay, the link I gave you. In there, you'll find a bunch of spirits that deal with educational matters. Like I said, I would go to Belial, but he's not celestial. You've got Thoth, you've got Apollo, you've got a bunch of them, but they're not celestial. They're either pagan or infernal on my list. Oriel does help you too, but he deals more with knowledge or wisdom, so astrology and astronomy. He can also help with literature and languages, but from a superficial perspective, he says. Gregory M says, I'll just go check. Sure, no problem. David B says, jungle without a guide for inexperienced people can be suicidal, just very dangerous. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Make no mistake, you need to be prepared. You need to have weapons with you, provisions. You need to wear proper attire. So, no shorts and so on. When I go off roading into the jungle, right? I only go with shorts, as you guys can tell. I only wear really short things, kind of like swimming trunks and t shirt, my camera, and other things I need. So, yeah, I when I went yesterday, I was cut several times by just vegetation. I got rashes from slight toxins that plants excrete, and all of those things. it was still fun, of course, but yeah, you should expect all of these things, okay? Otherwise, you'll end up scratching yourself all over if you're not used to it. I just love the jungle despite all the dangers. I cut myself somewhere. I got hit while driving past by a, thingy, by a tree branch in my face, kind of like watch, and I said, "Motherfucker." That's why I wear glasses. Otherwise, you'll have a lot of dirt and mud literally flying into your eyes. You need to really be well prepared. That's why I had gloves too. Um, Let me see if there's anything else. So yeah, you need to be well prepared. Period. David B says there are many movies and stories that people got lost. Yeah, I know. People get lost in the jungle, but the funny thing is that monster movies have ruined us, or movies about animals that are killers of people, jungle animals. No, that's not the case. In real life, when you head into the jungle, it is unlikely that you'll be killed or even wounded by a wild animal. No, it's highly unlikely. Most wild animals will evade you, or they'll only defend themselves from you if you try to attack them or come nearby too close, like snakes or jaguars or panthers and whatnot. So you're going to die if you get lost in the jungle. You'll die from exposure. You'll die from exposure because you'll die from bugs, stings, and leeches sucking on your blood. Especially if you're barefoot, you have nothing with you. You're literally just barefoot, and the only thing you have are the clothes on your back. You might die from an illness, malaria, mosquito stinging you. It just goes on. Just exposure in general, it being too hot or too cold, maybe bee stings or something similar, or some insect just crawling up your ass and fucking dying there, or something similar. You not having anything to eat or to drink, so from starvation or malnourishment, just goes on. Okay. Yeah. David B says, "Do you think you would be able to go to the jungle by yourself?" Yeah, I would, but yeah, I'd also be partially malnourished. I think before I found my way to civilization, I'd have a huge problem, honestly. With my patrons by my side, it would be easy peasy because they see to it that I found my way easily back to civilization. But let's just say if I were the average person, so not an occultist, I would come out of it completely malnourished. I would have tremendous difficulty in just surviving. I'd lose at least 10 kilograms or some shit. So I'd be no better off than the guys you see in wilderness movies, or the people you see on YouTube videos, like 10 people in top 10 channels, top 10 people that survived the unimaginable. So I've seen videos of people whose planes crashed and they just had to walk all the way through the Amazonian jungle, and they simply fed off of snakes and leeches and shit. And yeah, it's just gruesome. Occult experiences. I think you'll enjoy winter camping in North America, clean water and no insects. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely. I'd like to see Aurora Borealis too, so the Northern Lights. So just camping somewhere in Alaska would be nice, or in Canada somewhere. Oh, definitely, especially trekking through the nature in Canada on an ATV. Holy shit, man, that would be so fucking sick. Oh, David B says Bear Grylls, LOL. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Honestly, I should thingy. I should. I should notify. I should notify Jason that we are online, streaming right now. Streaming right now. We'll see if he'll be able to join us, or if he wants to join us and isn't preoccupied. So yeah, let's see. Other than that, in Suriname, you've got Jacana Nature Resort to go to. I've been to Jacana thousands of times. I'm a regular at Jacana, and people told me, "Wow, you come here so often, you should live here." There is also a mountain here called Brown Mountain. It's a mountain with a bunch of waterfalls and so on, but it's not a place you want to visit, okay? Because, or in any case, it's not a place that you want to go to in any case. You don't want to descend. I went on that tour once. There's a tour called Brown Mountain Tour, and it is badly maintained. Going downwards, okay, descending is not a problem. You descend maybe a couple of kilometers to a waterfall, but climbing back up is just God. If I tell you that not even that even an ATV or a regular sedan car would have an issue, a big issue with climbing, that the car would break down. You can imagine what it's like climbing all the way back up. I had to climb all the way back up, and I was so tired that I just fucking I felt my heart beating, and it was like I was gonna die. I said to myself, "Nah, this is just nah. This is there's a good chance you might die, especially if you're an asthma patient or something." But yeah, what do you expect from shithole Suriname? If it were abroad, then they'd have a lift or something, so that you could enjoy yourself. The whole point of taking the tour is so that you can enjoy yourself and that you don't strain yourself. But they've lost their minds. I'm definitely not climbing all a couple of kilometers upwards like you have to climb a mountain. No, no. That's not for human beings. Okay, even a machine, even a motor with 1500 cc's of worth of power would have difficulty doing so. Jason Dunn says, "Love the hat." Thanks, Jason, for joining us. David B says, "At this point, you can create your own travel agency because you know so much and visited so many places." Yeah, people often joke about that. A cab driver that I know, another cab driver, not the one I mentioned in yesterday's live stream, just a cab driver that I've also known for years. He joked once that God knows that Moreno has visited practically every fucking place in Suriname. He calls me world traveler or global traveler because I've been everywhere here. The only places I haven't been to are places where you have to go by plane. And like I said, those are just a couple of villages deep inside the jungle that you don't want to visit because there's nothing to see. Point one, and point two, it's way too expensive. Just going there by helicopter. A helicopter here charges $700 an hour. Definitely not going to do that. And a plane that can carry 10 passengers is $1,400 just going. So a round trip would be $3,000. So talk about being full of shit. David B says, "I think one of the crazy parts is that it's all silent, like no sights from the inside or outside." Yeah, I'm going to show you a video of a village where an American guy, I forgot what his name was. The name of the village is called Alalapidu. Hold on. Alalapidu. That's the name of the village. I mean, the village is really close to the border with Brazil, and it's inhabited by a tribe of Native Americans. They have some kind of Native Americanish name. For example, the Puwasi or some kind of shitty name. That stereotypical tribes have in the jungle. And there was a thingy. A snake was hiding. A python snake was hiding right near the airstrip in the brush, and they killed it. Hold on, I need to look for it on YouTube. Oh, come on, hurry up. Um, oh yeah, there you go. Oh, hold on, I'll show you guys. The guy's name is Joseph Bedetti. Joseph Bedetti is the guy that visited this. It's an American guy. I'm assuming he has an American accent. No, you can't even Google that village. There you go. Watch the video and you'll see. So yeah, believe me, when you really go into the jungle in Suriname, we're talking about wildlife. It is just a place that's teeming with wildlife. Just going to the jungle, you'll meet all kinds of fucking snakes, everything. You'll meet every venomous pit viper there is out there. You'll meet every python snake, and every anaconda, every jaguar, every fucking thing will just be coming your way. You don't even have to go deeply into the jungle. Just a kilometer from the nearest village is enough to come across animals that want to kill you, like David B states. Yeah, but it's the wet dream of every hunter. Okay, I would love to go into the village with an AK-47 and whatnot, or a flamethrower. I'd fucking burn everything in sight. My policy is if it moves, kill it. Doesn't matter. Even if it moves a bit, torch it. For the rest, I'm going to show you a village called Pokigrong. It's spelled Pokigron. Pokigrong simply means poke the soil, as in poking the soil with a stick. I'll show it to you. Let me see. I went there and it is, I think, 200 kilometers going. So coming and going is 400 kilometers approximately. I went there and just for fun, I just wanted to visit it. And this is the video on it. Let me see. There's another one. All right. There's another one called Achoni. Hold on for a second. Achoni. It's spelled Atjoni. Achoni. There's the link to it when I visited. I visited on a Sunday, hence it being so busy. As you can tell, there are, aside from all the bush Negroes, all the black people, there are a couple of white people there. These are simply people that are, these are tourists that went to visit a nearby recreational facility or center, a nature resort. David B is asking me if I've ever met such a dangerous animal. No, not in the jungle. Like I said, when I go into the jungle here off-roading, you don't encounter wild animals, okay, because it's a dead jungle. There's not even a snake present there or something. No, it's a dead jungle. As in nothing lives there because nothing can live there. You'll only find insects, and that's it. But nothing else really. So no snakes, no rabbits, no nothing. There's nothing. There are no predatory animals because there's nothing to hunt. There's nothing to prey upon. There's no prey present. Oh, so that's why I call it dead jungle. Jungle is completely devoid of life. In my house, nah, you don't encounter, again, civilized areas or areas that are populated or inhabited have nothing. So yeah, here there's a swamp behind my house, a swamp because there's a meadow with a tiny swamp behind my house that's owned by a couple of Indians that make their horses and other cattle grass, graze in it, and as a result, every now and then you've got a couple of bugs that come that just all of a sudden hit a window in my house, and I'll hear pop, and I look outside and I'll see some kind of beetle or something, but that's it. No wild animals or any animal that poses a threat. But I have a fence that's made up of stone completely without any openings in it, so nothing can come through. So nothing in my house, no wild animal in my house, nothing. Okay. Let me see. There is a nice village here called Larwijk. That's pronounced Larwijck. In Dutch, it's pronounced Larwijk. And what I like about that village is that it has roads that are only suitable for motorcyclists and cyclists. So nothing for cars. No one there owns a car. I'll show it to you. This is the link to the village. David B says the swamp sounds like a perfect place for mosquitoes. Not just mosquitoes, also snakes. Also snakes. So yeah, I think the swamp, especially when it starts to rain. When it starts to rain, you'll have numerous bugs that come my way, and they'll try to come through every opening. As a result, I had when it started raining for a week or for weeks on end, I had uh, I had I had a bunch of black beetles that entered my house through cracks and crevices and whatnot. I didn't like it. They're either attracted to the light or similar. Um, Let me see. So yeah, that's what Larwake looks like. Larwake. Let me see. Let me see if there is anywhere else that I can show you. Um, uh, Not really. Nowhere else really. I mean, a place that's really beautiful. Uh, Nowhere worth showing you guys. How long have I been fucking streaming for? Hold on for a second. Let me check. How long have I been streaming for? 115 minutes. Okay. We're approaching the an hour and a half mark. Yeah. Been streaming for what? 115 minutes is what? 60, an hour and 45 minutes. Holy crap, we're past an hour and a half. We're going up to 2 hours. Oh, David B says all of those places look so remote from civilization. Yes, they are. They're not too far away from civilization, but they are far. Hold on. I'll show you a nice place here that is excellent if you're into boarding a yacht, or just if you own a yacht and you simply want a place to you want a harbor city or a harbor village where you can just go on land and just enjoy yourself a bit. Just let me see if I can show it to you. Yeah, the place is called Domburg. That's pronounced Domburg. This is it. And as you can see, a bunch of Dutch people have a bunch of yachts in the distance on water, and they simply stop here when they want to board here. I don't know, I'm assuming that they're coming from the ocean. If you're someone that's into fishing, or if you're a fisherman, or if you're a sailor, you're into sailing for sport, then yeah, you'll enjoy that. You can just hop on land here, and you can simply hop on land and reprovision, if you will, or just stay the night. That place is also owned and maintained by the Dutch. For a Dutchman, David B is asking me if Suriname has islands. No, Suriname does not have islands. Suriname is completely landlocked, with the exception of the Atlantic Ocean, which is in the northern part of Suriname. This hat has flattened my hair out a bit. Yeah, my hair is a bit flattened out. One curl is sticking out of a pair of curls. Is sticking out. For the rest, yeah. Ooh, my hair needs to become a bit more frizzy. Yeah. So yeah, that is it. Suriname has no islands. No islands, no Islandias. Um, David B says, LOL, it seems like all that's owned by the Dutch is working or is taken care of. Yeah. Pretty much everything that's dilapidated. Okay, I mispronounced dilapidated. Dilapidated, autocorrect me. Pretty much everything that's dilapidated is local or Surinamese. The second you see something that's well maintained, it's done by foreigners. Occult Experience says, would you enjoy axe throwing? It's a new weekend activity that's gaining popularity in the US. Yeah, sure. Again, like I said, as long as it involves weaponry, I'm all for it, okay? Anything, knife throwing, axe throwing, crossbow hunting or crossbow shooting, you name it. Oh, just the thought already makes me drool a bit. I can't own real weapons here. That's the fucking problem. I mean, by real weapons, I mean a firearm. So I have to make do with CO2 firearms. I also still need to buy, I was planning on buying a rifle, a CO2 rifle, from a rifle manufacturer in the US, whose website I frequent. I only have my CO2 9mm Beretta handgun. That's it. So yeah, I was gonna expand. I was also going to buy a CO2 submachine gun. I'm still on buying that. Shoots 40 bullets a second or some shit. Yeah. Uh, but I'd like real weaponry. The thing is, I can get real weaponry here, but I'd have to purchase them illegally, and I don't want to do that. And I wouldn't be able to move around with my weapons freely. If I shot something once, I'd have to be afraid of if a policeman saw me, or for example, just stopped me during a regular stop, and I'd have to be afraid of him asking me for my permit, obviously, on that weapon, because that's why weapons here are very rare. If someone here owns a weapon, then it's illegally, and that person has policemen in his pocket. I'd be able to buy them off, of course, because I told him, hey, I don't have a permit, or my permit would have to be, I'd have to forge a permit. Again, I don't want to get involved in illegal shit unless I really, really, really have to, but that's not me. I do things the right way or not at all, generally speaking. David B says submachine gun, just give him some money and that's all. Yeah, but listen, not right in front of him, okay? Not with the public watching. He'd have to write me a ticket. I'd have to go to the police station, and then I'd have to, talk to them and just tell them, hey, listen, how much to make this go away? And it would still be expensive, okay? These guys aren't cheap. I'd have to pay off the guy maybe a couple of $100 or something, and I'd be on my way. And he'd tell me to be careful to not get caught again, you name it, blah blah blah. But it's about the principle, okay? In principle, or in general, I'd simply have to only use my weapons when I'm in the jungle where there's no one else. Then I can just shoot whatever the fuck I want or burn whatever the hell I want. And no, I want to be able to move around with my weapons freely. Gukun House has a shooting range. Yeah, but the shooting range, there are no freestyle shooting ranges here, okay? You'd have to be a member of a shooting club or similar. David B says, of course, that's obvious, but still doing things the legal way is better. Yes, doing things the legal way is better. I can carry my weapons with me and no one can tell me a fucking thing because I have a permit for them. Like I said, getting a permit here is way too hard. You'd have to bribe them and it would take a couple of years even then. And you wouldn't get a permit if it's not for something that's really important. I can of course make the statement that I'm an entrepreneur and that I need to protect myself as a means of self-defense from criminals, etc., etc. But it's a whole lot of work and effort that's not worth it in the end. Like I said, the CO2 guns do just fine. I don't want to kill anyone. I just want to hurt anyone badly that's stupid enough to pose a threat to me. And I'm going to hurt them badly. And besides, I also still have my blades and whatnot with me. I still have my combat knife, my throwing axes, my my sword, my crusader sword. So yeah, if someone's stupid enough to break in, then yeah, God, that person's going to make the mistake of a lifetime. Not that that's going to happen. It's highly unlikely. So yeah. David B says, come on, not even a freestyle shooting range. No, not even a freestyle shooting range. Otherwise, you would have to create your own shooting range. You'd have to go to the Savannah. The Savannah area or region here is called White Sand. I also drove in there ATV wise. I'll show you what the Savannah region in Suriname looks like. It's also devoid of life, but it's called white sand because it has white sand on it. Oh, with Santi. It's called in Surinamese with Santi. I think you can just Google with Santi. Hold on. With Santi Suriname. With Santi Suriname. I'll show you what it looks like. This is what with Santi looks like. Open image. Oh crap. Posted by accident. This is what it looks like pretty much. Yeah, that's what it looks like. That's what the savannah looks like in Suriname. You could create your own freestyle range there. Just place a couple of bottles a certain distance away and then just knock yourself out. But no, if you want to go on an official shooting range that is being maintained by a club or a shooting association, then you'd have to become a member, obviously. And you'd need a permit and blah, blah, blah. David B says, what about buying a Crusader's armor to make the complete set? But I think you'd cook yourself while wearing a plate armor. Yeah, I'd boil myself alive. I'm not wearing plate armor, okay? My Crusader sword is enough. I'm the type of person that goes on the offensive, not so much the defensive, like my beloved Lord Samael. A lot more offense than defense present. Best defense lies in offense for me, for us. So yeah. Let me see. Get lost, Stacey Adams. Oh, I found my fedora, my Casey fedora. I found other colors. God, I'm just. I am wearing XL. Yeah, let me just check. XL. Come on. Made in Sri Lanka. Stacey Adams established in 1875. I'm wearing XL, right? Yeah. I saw that on the thingy. I saw that on the my receipt or something. I wear XL. There's no thingy on it. There's no measurement on it, as far as I can tell. I'm trying to see if there is anything that relates to a size chart on it. I'm not seeing. I ain't seeing shit. Okay, but as I can remember it, or as I recall, it was. It had L on it, so yeah, I'm supposed to buy L. Ah. So yeah, in any case, I love what I'm seeing on Stacey Adams their website. So you guys can expect to see my fedora in other colors too. I want a red one and a blue one, maybe even a white one. Oh God, they look so sick. And it's not even expensive, $50 a piece. Jesus Christ, man. And then I bought this one for $100. Holy crap! Talk about making a profit. Uh, Vance Landry has come online or is making himself heard. The spirits respect it when you go on the offensive. Yes. Code 919 says, have you cursed or hexed anyone before? Yeah, pretty much. But in a light sense, you know, my patrons take care of someone that goes my way. So it's not like I'm deliberately just saying, okay, I'm going to curse you, I'm going to hex you, and blah, blah, blah. They simply take care of it on their end to the extent that they're able to. That is it. I might stop streaming. I might stop streaming in a couple of minutes because I'm starting to get hungry, and I don't know what I'm gonna eat. I do have food in the fridge. Um, I took a picture with the hat. Let me know what you guys think of it. Can I talk to somebody who can help? Mm-hmm. So let me know what you guys think of this picture. Does it look nice? So yeah, I I might get something to eat. Code 919 says, "What am I gonna have?" I don't know. I bought something yesterday. I think I have food in the fridge, so I don't need to go out necessarily. But since I also need to pick up my my laundry basket from that dumb bitch that didn't remind me. I only had bread since this morning. Bread with some meat and just kind of like a Subway sandwich. Um, Let me see. Um, Code 919 says the picture says I'm gonna fuck you up if you mess with me. Occult experiences looks good. Um, so I need to check to see. Um, Let me see. Nah, I think I'm just going to. I have food in the fridge. I forgot what I had in the fridge. What do I have in the fucking fridge again, man? I have something. What did I eat yesterday? I almost can't remember. I had something. I need to check. Uh, oh yeah, now I remember. I now I remember. I had now I remember. I had I had rice with cashew nuts and just spicy chicken with rice and cashew nuts. I went out to eat Saturday. Yeah, I went out to eat Saturday, and I took that to go while eating spicy chicken there at the place at a local restaurant called Kaimin. Yeah, this is the name of the restaurant, Kaimin, CHI, MIN, Suriname. There is a thing in English. This is the restaurant. It is still good. The food is average, and that's still good based on the prices. Okay, believe me. In American dollars, if you want to go out to eat, let's just say a 3-course meal for 4 people would be a $70. 3-course meal. Thanks, Jason. He's also laughing at my Ownage Bank ringtones. Customer is messaging me right now. Gregory M says totally. Gregory M says I want those ringtones. I have several of them. Can I talk to? I'll make you guys hear the other ones I have. I have so many. Okay, I make them. These are custom made ringtones. Let's see. Hold on for a second. Let me see. Open, you piece of shit. This is the first one. Fuck you today. Fuck you, big boy. Fuck your mother. And this is the second one. We love this a piece of shit, okay? We love this. This is another one. So this. That's a full snippet. Okay. I need to find the others. Where are the others? I have more of them. Ready the fuck up. Ringtones, internal storage, notifications, notifications. Can I talk to somebody who can help me with a problem I have today? Let me see. Hello? Can I talk to somebody? Yes, problem I have today? Fuck off, man. Yeah, this is another one. Hello? Yes. Can I talk to somebody who can help me with a problem? You fucking sack of crap. Will you stop? Hello? Yes, it's fuck your mother, okay? You check off. Fuck your mother. Fuck your mother. Fuck you. Okay? Fuck your mother, okay? Bruv, okay, bruv. Don't call me bruv. Look so fresh. But you, how come you can call me bruv? I cannot call you bruv. You can bruv, I can bruv. I come right now on my racist scooter. I beat your ass. I beat your motherfucking ass. Can I talk to somebody? And this is the one that I have right now. The problem I have today. Yeah, I just love these. I just love these. Okay, I especially like the one with Onich Pranks' Indian character Rakesh, when he calls a guy from the UK, and the guy just uses UK slang, bruv instead of bro. Oh, you so fresh, bruv. You so fresh, as in you want to act like a wise guy. You think you know everything. Don't call me bro. I ain't your bro. How come you can call me bro? I can call you bro. You can bro. I can bro. It made me laugh so much. And I remember the guy also said, "Oh my God, bro, I lost my brain. I got bad people. Yeah, I'm coming here right now. I'm following into the mosque. I'm splitting your ass in half." Oh God, that's so funny. I almost miss Onich Pranks' old pranks. He was a lot more brutal back in the day, especially when he called the Asian guy, "Fuck your mother," okay? The guy just lost it. "Fuck your mother. I want to kill all the Vietnamese. Vietnamese a piece of shit. You know English?" It's so ironic because the guy is English himself. It's an Asian guy, a Chinese guy. His English is really bad, grammar-wise or grammatically speaking. You know English instead of do you understand English? Can you follow what it is that I'm saying or what I'm telling you? You know English? Vietnamese a piece of shit. I don't understand what you're telling me. Not I understand. I'm not understanding what you're saying. I don't understand what you're telling me. Don't swear. No talk, say walk. Gregory M says Indian accents are always funny. Yes, they are. So yeah, those are the ringtones that I have. They're not from online. I just took these myself. I just download Honest Pranks' videos, MP3 version, just the audio, and then I just trim the certain parts of the video, certain parts of the audio, and yeah, boom, there you have a ringtone. I'm good with stuff like this, so I can easily just edit it in a matter of minutes. I just listen to whatever I like, and boom, it's mine. Oh, yeah, in any case, if anyone has any other occult-related questions, any occult-related questions, Uh, Let me see. So yeah, that is pretty much it. I'm trying to think right now. There is anything? No, there's nothing really. For the rest, I didn't do anything special. I did watch a movie last night called Brightburn. One of the newest movies. I managed to find one with hard-coded either Korean or Chinese. I think it's not Chinese, but those are Korean subs, I think. In any case, it's only a movie that was recently released by a child or a kid that similar to Superman that has superpowers because he's from an alien race and his ship crash landed when he was a baby into Earth, and the family that adopted him was desperate for a kid because they couldn't have a child of their own, and things start taking a turn for the worse. It's kind of like a dark version of Superman because the movie is a horror movie. Dark. It ends bad too. He just hurts a couple of people while his dormant powers reawaken, and he discovers that he's invulnerable pretty much, with the exception of the ship that hurt him. The ship that is capable of hurting him, of wounding him, and he just hurts people along the way, and it just keeps getting gruesome as he becomes more aware of his powers, and in the end, he even kills his own parents, and he just starts going on some kind of manic spree where he destroys buildings in the end, while the end credits start rolling, and mankind is asking itself, "What the fuck's happening? Who the hell is that mysterious floating figure seen around an area of disaster?" Blah blah blah. Code Nanatin is asking me, can spirits watch movies? Yes, but it's nothing to them. Someone else says something that mundane is nothing to them. It's just entertainment. So yeah. So yeah, that is pretty much it. For the rest, I have tremendous difficulty finding a good movie to watch. Most new movies that are being released are either unknown and I can't find them. If anyone can please suggest me an actual movie that came out this year that's worth a watch and that I haven't seen already, so a movie that's not mainstream, I'd be very grateful because I downloaded 4 or 5 movies, but they all fucking suck. A Guidebook to Evil, a bunch of movies that you've never heard of, and the reason that you've never heard of them is just that because they suck. They suck ass so bad. Oh, can't find anything good. Okay, nothing good. Nothing but crap. Nothing but crap. Horror. Code 19 is asking me what kind of movies I'm into. Primarily horror. I'll watch anything else too, okay? Even if it's comedy or something, but horror. I am primarily into horror. So yeah, that movie last night did. I did like the way it ended. Okay, it ended gruesomely. I expected it to be some kind of family-oriented movie about a kid that has superpowers based on the trailer, but I was pleasantly surprised by how dark it was and how the guy just died in the end. I mean, by the kid just killing his own parents in the end and then just destroying everything in sight. And based on the movie's plot, since his spaceship set in his language take the world, or his alien race's language take the world, he was sent there to as a spy to basically infiltrate civilization, and then when he became an adult he was supposed to literally just take the world, to take Earth by force. Oreo has just come online, says, where's your black coat? Jason Dunn says, check out movies 1, 2, 3. That's where I watch most movies. Yeah, I know. I'm familiar with 1, 2, 3 movies. Okay, it's one of the main channels I use for streaming movies. but I haven't used it in a long time. You've also got Footlocker, you've got F movies. But the problem is that these movies, they just streaming quality can be bad sometimes. So I prefer just downloading a movie so I can watch it in all peace. Because the last thing that you'd want is for a movie to just become laggy halfway through when you're actually paying attention to the movie. But that's nothing but a bunch of shitty movies, you know. I'm trying to find one so desperately on Wi-Fi site where you can download torrents easily, but it's just yts.lt, but it's just nothing but shitty movies that you've never heard of, and you can obviously tell that they're shit based on, just based on the preview image or the cover image. Never heard of. I think I might have found one here called Creation 2009, but I'm not sure if it actually is worth something. Most people are saying it is. I have no idea if it actually is, but I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna download 720 version just because just because I'm in a hurry, so that I can watch something while I eat. Come on, open up, you piece of crap. And with that, I am going to, I think, I've been streaming for a couple of hours. David B says Old Boy is my favorite movie, the original one. The original one. Code 919 says I suggest you watch Hand Job Cabin trailer on YouTube. The Hand Job Cabin, really? Hand Job Cabin, seriously? Uh, I I have a good deal of difficulty in taking that seriously. I'm not gonna lie to you. David B says, I don't know any good recent movies. Jason Dunn says that story was good in the action raw. Old Boy, I need to check it out. Old Boy. 2003. Let me see. Old Boy, South Korean movie. Okay, just because you guys recommend it, I'm gonna give it a try. No space in between Old Boy, okay. Let me see if I can find the torrent to it. Yeah, I've noticed that it's a Korean movie. Let me see. Come on. Wait a minute. Are you guys referring to the Korean, right? One, because there's also one that's called Old Boy, but it's from 2013. It's called Action slash Drama. That one is that one is it's an American movie. Synopsis: an advertising executive is kidnapped and held hostage for 20 years in solitary confinement. When he is inexplicably released, he embarks on an obsessive mission to discover who orchestrated his punishment, only to find he's still trapped in a web of conspiracy and torment. It has good reviews. Original one is a piece of art, but this sucks. Someone says. So you guys let me know which one. The original one is good, or it's a Korean movie. Yes, David, that's the one. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Not the US one. The Korean version is good. It's the one I should watch. I suggest you watch the original, not dub, because Korean language adds more to it. Okay. The Korean one is the best, you guys are telling me. Okay. Yeah, the original one also has a higher rating. Old Boy. I will need subtitles, obviously. Yeah, it has high reviews. Holy crap. 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Thank you, that's all I can say. One person says it's a piece of shit. Okay, I won't giving you guys a hard time. Weird Asians. Yeah, sure. Since a lot of you guys, most of you are telling me that it's fine. Fine, I'll also download it. Add the queue. Add the fucking queue. Oh. So yeah. Code 19 says searching for movies will take forever, Moreno. Just pick one and go with it. I'm not searching. I'm busy downloading thingy right now. What's it called? The one that I found, Creation from 2009, and I added Old Boy to the queue. Creation is downloading at 1.2 MB a second now. 10 more minutes to go. I just hope it stays stable, the speed. That way I'll be able to watch something as I eat. I don't like just eating. I want to watch something. I always watch something. Ever since I've been a kid, I either read comic books while eating or watched a movie as an adult or a YouTube video or something. I can't just eat while not doing anything, not while I'm at home. No, 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 no. I need to watch something as I eat. Um, People say, yeah, a lot of you guys are saying that you guys do the same. Little Ray of Pitch Black is here. Mommy is here. Hello, Mommy. David B says, yeah, I do the same. Yeah, a lot of people do the same things. Oh. Hello. Um, what was I gonna say again? I forgot what the hell I was gonna say. Um, no, I wasn't gonna say anything. Thank God on the ATV tour yesterday, I brought that waterproof casing with it, because otherwise, God, I know for sure that my camera would have been permanently broken. I've already pushed that poor thing to the edge. Everything, dirt, mud, everything. It came into contact with everything because of me. And I learned it the hard way when it completely fell out last time. The tour before this one, it fell out, and I just said to myself, nah. And when I got home, I saw that the entire display, that water had seeped into it, and the entire display was condensed with water on the inside. I just said to myself, nah, it's a $400 GoPro camera. So I thought to myself, nah, I pushed that thing too far. So from now on, every off-road tour I take, when wearing it, I wear my waterproof casing. And that was the case yesterday. So it managed to stay intact through everything. Jason Dunn says that you enjoy Marvel's Doctor Strange. No. David B says I like watching dramas or horror movies or just movies that after watching it makes sense to me, I think. Yeah. Another movie, an excellent movie I like is Antichrist. For those of you that haven't watched it, God, you guys better watch Antichrist. With I forgot his name. The Antichrist movie. It is so fucking sick. I have it in my collection. Antichrist, and you got Antichrist Criterion, the Antichrist movie with the actor. What's his name again, man? The director is Lars von Trier. It's a Danish director. The fuck's the name again of the actor, man? With the cast consists of William. Oh, will you just shut the fuck up, man? Oh, okay. Hold on. I will check on that in a second. Someone from Fiverr delivered an order. Um, Email can go. Don't need the email. Yeah. In any case, Willem Dafoe is the main actor with Charlotte Gainsborough in it, and yeah, the movie is fucking sick. Lil Ray of Pitch Black has to watch it. Oh, you better watch it, Lil Ray of Pitch Black. Movie is filled with pornographic horror and shit. I mean, the movie starts literally with Willem Dafoe's character fucking Charlotte Gainsborough's character, Gainsborough, or however you pronounce her name's character. And we're talking about a close up. We're talking about literally close up in slow motion. The first time I watched the movie, I was like, what the fuck? In black and white. The synopsis is about a couple, which of course is them. Um, their son dying in the beginning. Long story short, they were busy fucking in the shower, having sex in the shower, and they show it in a graphic way. The director, they literally show, the guy's penis hitting against her vagina in slow motion, literally close up, as if it were for a biology class or something on copulation. Holy shit! Holy crap! But when I saw it the first time, I was like, holy shit! I like this movie already. And while they're busy having sex, their son opens up a window. Their son is an infant, and they live in, I think, an apartment building, and he just falls to his death in the snow, and they can't process. Specifically, the woman, she can't process her grief, and the guy, Willem Dafoe's character, is a psychologist for a living, and they retreat to a cabin in the woods, and there they encounter a bunch of weird, horror, freaky stuff. For example, a deer being in the middle of giving birth and then fleeing with, its calf hanging out halfway outside its vagina, and a wolf or a fox disemboweling itself, so literally tearing its own insides apart, and saying chaos reigns to the guy in slow motion, a fucking fox talking. Can you imagine? And it turns out, I mean, you won't understand the movie. I watched it a couple of times and I didn't follow it. I followed it at a basic level, but it's one of those movies that you have to watch repeatedly and you have to look it up online to understand exactly what's going on. And from what I saw in the explanation online, it turns out that the cabin that they retreated to in the woods, the ground that it was built on was a ground where witches came to congregate, similar to Salem witches from the Salem witch trials or something similar. And I think that's the reason it's represented by three animals. That's also why he sees these animals, the deer, the fox, and some other animal, representing the three stages of processing grief. I think guilt, hatred, and anger, or something. That's why the movie is also separated into subsections, chapters. You'll see all of us on chapter one, hate, chapter two, grief, blah blah blah. And it turns out when they're in a thingy, when they're in that cabin, that woman starts slowly losing her mind. She starts biting him while they try to have sex, and she really bites him violently on the nipple, one of the nipples on his chest. Code 919 says, so you recommend Antichrist as best horror movie? Yeah, definitely one of the best. Definitely the best one that I've seen. It's so shocking. And I was like, holy shit, I love this movie. And you won't believe it, okay? Especially for you as a woman, mommy. She tries to kill the guy too while they were having sex, by hitting him in the balls while he's not wearing anything. They were having sex and she just hit him in the balls, in the nutsack, with a fucking 2x4. Literally a gigantic 2x4. She was just went like bloop. And he was unconscious. And while he was unconscious, she started jerking him off and he just came blood. Just like, he just came blood, stream of blood. Holy shit, that scene was the shit. Okay, one movie has already finished downloading. Excellent. Let me download the second one. Now it's time to download Old Boy. Stop it. Old Boy can download now. Oh, Lil Ray of Pitch Black says, I take no pleasure in hitting men in the balls. You better believe it. If a woman hits me in the balls, okay, I'm going to bite through the pain and I'm going to kill her. I'm literally going to kill her. I'm literally going to kill her. And check this out, okay? She just, like I said, she loses her mind. She becomes psychotic. And after doing that, she drills a hole with a manual kind of screw appliance, one of those old screw drills that you use to drill holes in a thingy by simply using a winch. She uses that to drill a hole in his leg in order to have him not escape, and then she attaches some kind of machine or gigantic gear to his leg in order for him not to escape, and then he just still crawls anyway, and she throws away the wrench so that he can't unwrench himself. He can't free himself. She throws it under the house, underneath the house. because the house is on a small foundation of stones or something like that. And he just crawls into a hole beneath the roots of a gigantic tree that they had sex under too. And he tries to look for him while yelling, "You bastard, don't leave me, where are you?" And a crow gives away his position by cawing, and he kills the crow in an effort to keep it to keep it from cawing and thereby divulging his position. So to just have it shut the fuck up. You're saying that if any woman hits a man, she deserves to get hit back. These guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, a couple of guys. David B knows it. Jason Dunn says, "How about Martyrs?" I didn't like Martyrs too much. Jason Dunn says the sickest movie I've ever seen was A Serbian Story. Yeah, I know it's a Serbian Tale. For me, it wasn't as sick. I watched it and I was like, man, it's okay. And you're saying if any woman hits a man, she deserves to get hit back. Oh, definitely. The woman that hits me is as good as dead. If you hit me as a man, not even my own mother had the balls to hit me as an adult man, let alone anyone else. So yeah, you better believe you're gonna die. I'm gonna laugh first. I'm gonna congratulate you on being so bold and having those balls. And I'm gonna say, okay, say your prayers because now you're literally gonna die, and I will literally just beat her ass to death. I'm gonna treat you like you're a wrestler, like you're a 200-pound wrestler that needs to be taken out. Like my life depends on it. I am going to fucking kill you with everything I can find at my disposal, any kind of weapon. You're gonna die. You better believe it. I'm gonna mutilate you. It's gonna be one gruesome killing scene. I'm gonna cut off your breasts and everything, your fucking vagina, everything. You can bet you're gonna beg for death. Um, yeah. In any case, regarding the movie, she finds him and she drags him back into the house, and he manages to knock her the fuck out. And when she comes to, he also manages to free himself, of course. And when she comes to, in some kind of psychotic rage or fit, take this, you're a woman, listen closely. She literally takes a pair of scissors and cuts off her own clitoris. That's what she does. You heard me? She literally, and they show you everything. They show you pulling up her vaginal lips and literally going like this. And she screams in agony. They literally show her cutting off her own clitoris. And I was like, when I watched the movie, I was like, holy shit. Oh, I'm not a woman and it looks so painful. And yeah, God, I love that movie. I still have that movie in my collection. It's never ever leaving my collection. So yeah, the director Lars von Trier, Danish director, I think, or Swedish. He's in any case Scandinavian. The guy loves making those kind of movies. He's not really well known, but that's because the movies he makes are underground movies. You know, these kind of movies. But this is definitely his magnum opus. So yeah, and afterwards, the guy just kills her. He strangles her to death, if I remember it correctly, and then he just leaves the house while setting it ablaze. So he just burns the house with her in it, and he leaves. And while he leaves, he sees a bunch of witches descending from the hilltop towards the house or towards him, and that's how the movie ends. I had to really look up the movie in order to understand its elaborate psychological uh, theme or synopsis or plot. But yeah, it was a great movie. Other movies I simply like was Alien, Predator, Alien versus Predator, the ones that we know all, that most of us know. Another movie that I liked too because of its brutality was Descent. The Descent, sorry, both parts, part one as well as part two. I just love the agony that the characters displayed, how helpless they felt, and everything. David B says, I wonder what the ending means if it's a hallucination. You should check the explanation, okay? Just Google Antichrist Criterion plot explained, and you'll see. Everything is explained. Believe me, I don't remember it because it's very elaborate. It's a very elaborate. It's a very elaborate ending. I mean, it's a very elaborate movie. It's one of those kind of movies that you need to watch multiple times in order to understand what the hell's taking place and what the hell's happening. Otherwise, you won't be able to make sense of a single thing. Oh, so yeah, Let me see. Any other movie that I can come up with? Thingy is also good. What's it called again, man? As Above, So Below. The Descent. As Above, So Below. These are all good movies. As Above, So Below is about a group of explorers that tries to find what's it called again? The Alchemist Stone or something. Um, the Alchemist Stone, I think. I think it's called the Alchemist Stone or some shit. And they descend into the catacombs in Paris, underneath Paris. They simply descend it, and I'm seeing a cute dog across the street. Wonder whose dog it is. Huh. In any case, yeah, they descend and they try to find the alchemist stone, um, but they end up taking a corridor of the catacombs that leads into some kind of underground hell where everything is backwards and some kind of malevolent force or malevolent forces are present in that part of the catacombs that use your own fears against your subconscious deep-seated fears, and one for one all the characters die or are killed by what they fear the most or what they're trying to evade in their past. For example, one of them just left his brother to die in a burning car, and he himself gets pulled into a burning car in those catacombs. Another one, yeah, Jason, thanks. The Philosopher's Stone, yeah, holy shit. And they do find the Philosopher's Stone and additional treasure, but unlocking the treasure automatically springs a trap, and they find themselves trapped into the catacombs with all of these evil shit thingies around them, evil spirits and everything. You should watch it, Jason Dunn. Believe me, you will not regret it. As above, so below. It's definitely nice. It's a nice movie. And the main protagonist is a woman. She eventually figures everything out, that everything's upside down, and she tells them to take several steps, jump into a well, a couple of things, because everything's upside down. So jumping into a well will bring you to the surface, and they eventually manage to escape the catacombs unharmed. Only three characters survive in the end. The rest dies, and that's how the movie ends. Those are the best movies that have come out in the past, what, 5 to 10 years? Can't think of anyone else. Any other movie that I like? No other movie comes to mind. Uh, mum, 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 mum. Uh, I'm trying to think right now. The movie about one of the ladies that was popular thanks to Game of Thrones. One of the actors, a female actress, an actress. She played a movie about a suicide forest in Japan, Aokigahara. Yeah, Aokigahara. I don't know if the movie is called Suicide Forest, but the movie sucked. The movie was disappointing. As was The Green Inferno by Eli Roth. I'm used to seeing a lot better movies by Eli Roth, the director. But The Green Inferno was also disappointing. Turistas was nice. Turistas is a movie about a group of American tourists that go to Brazil and just party, but they lose touch of what Brazil is also about, which is thievery and mugging and robbing. And I like the movie because I'm familiar with Brazil, and it painted Brazil in a realistic picture. Turistas, that's the name of the movie. Turistas. Yeah. And Thingy plays in it. A well-known actor. What's his name? Um, Turistas movie. What's the guy's name, man? Cast. Let me see the cast. The cast of Turistas. Let me see the fucking cast. Yeah, Josh Duhamel. Josh Duhamel. Most of us know Josh Duhamel. David B says American tourists always end up badly. Yes, true. Code 919 says eat something Morino in a second. Yeah, that's because American tourists, generally speaking, are so stupid and so ignorant. They don't take into account that you should also be careful And what happens is that they obviously have tourists written all over their faces, so they get they're basically drugged. The stuff is put into their drink when partying by a bunch of locals that are simply trying to rob them for all their work, and they end up on a beach somewhere with everything taken, even their hats and their sandals. So they have to walk through a bunch of ghetto thingies, neighborhoods called favelas in Brazil, um, barefoot, and they end up falling victim to a thingy smuggler, an organ smuggler, a black market organ smuggler, and he ends up killing a couple of them and taking their organs, harvesting their organs. And second movie is also done. Thingy was done. Yes, enough. Old boy is done downloading. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you for the notification. Bye, bye, bye. Yeah, and what happens is that some of them escape. One or two of them manage to escape, but out of the group of nine, the majority of them get killed off. Josh Duhamel's character survives along with another one, and that's it. They end up going back to the US. But I like that movie because that's the way things really are in Brazil. Make no mistake, okay? You've got Brazilians here from the ghetto, and they're also that primitive and that vile. Believe me, out in the jungle, here in Suriname, even, where they go mining for gold and whatnot, it's like a fucking free for all. It's like The Purge, okay? The movie The Purge. Since there's no police in the jungle, you've got everything, okay? They erect small villages with everything, striptease joints, we're talking about whorehouses, brothels in the fucking jungle. And if you're a prospector and you've gone, let's just say you have, you've mined gold and whatnot, then yeah, these guys can easily just, it can be end up in a stick up. They'll jump you and they'll simply hold a knife or a gun to your head and they'll rob you blind of everything that you've worked so hard for. For example, if you've mined 30 grams of gold, 50 grams or 100 grams of gold, that's a lot of gold within prospecting terms, relatively speaking, then yeah, they'll easily rob you. That's imagine simply a village without imagine a village without police, without any kind of law enforcement present, and then you'll see what it's like. That's what it's like here in mining villages, not just here. That's what it's like too in Brazil, in poor neighborhoods. They simply steal everything. They steal your sandals, they'll steal your socks, every fucking thing you can imagine. They'll steal my fedora, for example. And it's a fucking free for all. I can't begin to express how many Brazilian gold miners must have died in the Surinamese jungle. And a lot of these guys are unregistered, so you can imagine if a tree log or a tree that they chop down falls on one of them by accident or something similar, they just end up dying right there. And it's unregistered, you know. It's unregistered. No one actually makes a record of it. There's no record keeping, so he just ends up going missing, and that's it. So yeah, that's also one of the things that you should be wary of if you ever intend on picking up prospecting or going into the jungle. When going into abandoned mining villages, there's nothing here. There's no coast guard here. There's nothing. So border crossing through the jungle is ridiculously easy from Brazil into Suriname and vice versa. That's why you've got a lot of fucking Brazilians here, and they're all scum. The reason they come here is because Suriname is worthless. So they know that hey, we can mine gold as much as we want to. There's no border security here. There's no police in the jungle. We can do whatever the fuck we want. The local government isn't even keeping tabs on its own land and blah blah blah. So yeah, you can easily steal whatever the hell you want. So that's what they're doing. They're stealing gold. They can come into town and they don't even need, again, like I said, you can clearly tell that they're foreigners. No one here even checks on their visa status. They don't need anything. They can't even speak the language properly. They just come over here and it's a fucking free for all, you know. No police officer, no immigration police, no ICE checking up on them in the sense of hey, what's your residency status? Do you have papers to be in Suriname? No, none of that shit. Suriname is a piece of shit, so no one gives a rat's ass. Like I said, you can take a shit alongside the road and no one gives a rat's ass. Aside from just saying, you, that guy's taking a shit alongside the road. So yeah, Brazilians come over here because they can't possibly afford, they can't possibly hope in a million years to make the kind of money they make from prospecting here and mining gold and precious metals in Brazil that they do here. That's why when you see a couple of them here, they're literally big pimping. These guys are they're like me almost. These guys are driving six-cylinder cars. They're but the typical things that someone that is not used to having money does. Okay, imagine you falling into $1 million and you not being used to barely even making $100 or $200 a month. And they just lose their minds. Okay, they drive expensive cars when they can't even speak the local language. They can't even speak their own fucking language. They can't even speak Portuguese properly. You name it. It just goes on and on and on. Okay, they're stereotypical Brazilian vermin. That's all. And they just buy a bunch of shit. I remember because I used to live amongst them. I wanted nothing to do with them. They wanted to get acquainted with me, those whores, but I wanted nothing to do with them. I don't like whores. So I told them to fuck off, by literally looking at them with my fuck off face, fuck off, and they just fucked off. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, they used to live in the old apartment building that I used to live in. The owner only cares about making money primarily, so not to badmouth him, but he only cares about money, and I understand. Okay, he can't be picky, otherwise he's not gonna find any tenants for his apartments. And a lot of them were Brazilian women whose husbands went to the jungle, and in generally speaking, you almost never see them again. If you do see them again, then it's gonna be a couple of years. Um, so yeah, these Brazilians are just Brazilian vermin. They're just vermin. Period. They're vermin, and you'll rarely find one that is well developed or educated. Most of them, their children are different. Children that grew up here in Suriname are generally speaking well developed because they've managed to enjoy, an education here. They've managed to enjoy something, but yeah, that's pretty much it. There's nothing else really. For the rest, Brazilians that come straight from Brazil are sacks of shit. They're Brazilian vermin, period. All they care about is making money here because they live in deplorable circumstances. They don't even have running water and asphalted roads in Brazil, the region that they come from. So yeah, you can imagine. David B says when I was working as a waiter, American tourists are the worst kind of tourists you can have. Okay. David B says that's why you should eat. That's why you should hire a fully loaded security. What is Suriname special for besides nature? Nothing. Code 919. See, Sheila says there is a saying the nouveau riche have no taste. No, it's the thing that people that aren't used to making money, they just spend their money on crap. I mean, I had it briefly, not as an occultist. When I was a kid and I worked my first job, you know, when you're a child and you're living off of the allowance that you're getting from your parents, I never saw more than I don't know $50 or something or $20. And when I worked my first official job and I got $100, five times much, I was like, oh, briefly. I was like, okay, I'm not used to this kind of money. And a bunch of stupid stuff comes in your head, to buy a bunch of crap and so on. That's what I mean when you're not used to having anything. Of course, now obviously not. I spend my money in good taste on the things that on the things that I just want and the things that are necessary. But of course, again, at my level, developed level, of course, no, nothing. Even if I literally made $1 billion on anything, I would not go nuts. The money would literally just go to things I need, things I want, and the rest would simply either be invested in something that I deem investing in, like my vice lord and my lord and my vice lord, or and the other spirits that I work with, my final draft, or I just leave it somewhere, the bank or anywhere, I just store it somewhere. End of story, and I go about my life as unnoticed as possible, as clandestine as possible, because the last thing you want to do is throw money around and draw the attention of vermin that you really don't want coming your way, causing all kinds of trouble, gold diggers and people that might scam you or try to rob you or similar Kona 19 says investments besides spirits, real estate. No, it all depends on your location. Definitely do not invest in real estate in Suriname. I can guarantee you that. Real estate prices are abhorrently bad. Okay. Jason Dunn says, is a scrying mirror needed for your occult e-course? Yes, but that's part of the course as a whole. Just if you purchase the course or when you purchase the course, Jason, you'll see automatically uh, that I explain everything, and scrying is one of them. But it's not, it's ridiculously easy, okay? I explain exactly what kind of mirror you can get and blah, 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 blah. See, Ashila says, with the exception of earth signs, they are strongly tied to reality. Yeah. So yeah, you don't want to invest in real estate. There's nothing really worth investing in here. Not really. You don't need a permit for anything. So the market on every level is pretty congested, and there's no purchasing power here. So don't bother. You're better off investing in something better. Occult experience says, would you offer $1 billion to a spirit? Do you think it would bring really good results? This is hypothetically speaking, at least partially, yes. Jamie Foster says, how much are the courses about? Do you have links? Yes. I haven't seen you before. You're new. So here you go, Jamie Foster. Those are the links. I'm going to give you the links to my e-courses in a second. Hold up. Come on. Oh, yeah, there you go. Here you can simply seek out the link. Seek out the link here. This is the link to my magical surfaces for hire. Jamie Foster says, first live stream, I like your other videos. Okay, no problem. Just click on that link with your name. And that's my magical surfaces for hire page, and the links to both courses, e-courses, my e-occult course, as well as my e-astrological course. So my e-astrology course, the links to both of them are also in that article. So you can just read them to your heart's content, and you'll see everything there, prices and everything. Also a link to my web shop and blah, blah, blah. Okay. Stream is going on to 3 hours. Anyone have any other questions for me? I'm really liking this fedora. I'm gonna buy more of them. Aside from this black one, I think I'll buy a red one, a blue one, and a white one, similar to the glasses I have. Oh, I love this stuff. So beautiful. Oh, it's not even expensive. $50 for a fedora. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to order one right now. Let me see, which one do I want other than this black one? David B says you'll have a fedora collection. Yes. Jason Dunn says, I'd say invest in yourself by working with the spirits. Of course, yeah. That's par for the course in any investment, okay? I mean, in my Vice Lord sandals on a loan, I've invested, I don't know, $4,000 or $5,000 American dollars in terms of offerings. All the stuff that I have, all of the stuff that I have, he has it pretty much. I have a couple of watches. He has them too, luxury watches. He has this same fedora on his altar too. I thought, let me buy one for myself. And he said, yes, excellent. We'll have a matching ones then. You'll be wearing one, I'll be wearing one, and vice versa. He has everything pretty much. Same cell phone that I have, he has one too. So many, I mean, so many things. This is his. He has the astral version of this, and he told me I can wear it easier in terms of transmuting or relaying energy via me towards results. Hence me wearing it. Everything, gold, silver, everything. Most of you have seen his altar shows. Everything is on there. Okay. Oh, little of Pitch Black says the question I had was I just joined. Okay, and what is your question? What is your questione? So yeah, I am going to, out of my own pocket, just because I love them so much, I am going to offer more to them in the future. But right now, I'm almost at the end of my investment plan with my vice lord. That's why I also offered him that beautiful diamond ring that was close to $1,000. Invested so much money, so much money. Is there anything spirits in general want us to know? Maybe a concept. The concept of what? Concept of what? Explain yourself, mommy, while I order another fedora. Let me see, which fedora do I want? Shit, I also need to know what size. I think L is good. Yeah, size L. Okay. Yeah, L should be good. White or black? Hmm. Which one do I want? Which one do I want? I think the white one. Only one left. L size. Let me see. I almost feel like calling the thingy again. No, this one is large. No, I'm just gonna order it. It's large. It's large. I'm gonna order large. Add to cart. Continue to checkout. $50. Let me see. I'll get to you guys' questions in a second. Let me just order this fucking fedora. Let me just order this fedora. We'll see. Here's quantity, fedora, feature accessories, attack, promo code. Save now. Excellent. I get $5 off. Checkout, PayPal checkout. $45. Hmm. Shipping address. Yes, big order. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Okay. Come on. Yeah. Can I talk to somebody who can help me with a problem I have today? Come on, shipping confirmation, motherfucker. Thank you for your order. Excellent. Delicious, delicious, delicious. My white fedora has been ordered, so you guys can expect to see a white fedora in a couple of weeks. Unfortunately, a couple of weeks. If I lived in the US or in Europe, it would be a couple of days. But alas. Okay. Now let me get to your questiones finally after done ordering. Holy shit, so many questions. Is there anything spirits in general want us to know? Maybe a concept, Gukun houses, perhaps this has been discussed before. Is your eco and magic designed rather for evokers or invokers, or perhaps maybe both? For both, okay, as long as you're a magician, for magic as a whole. So it doesn't matter whether you evoke or invoke. But the primary method discussed is invocation. But invocation works for all people. Evoking is a bit more elaborate and more difficult to accomplish. So I also automatically recommend evocation. Thanks for the support, Jason. Lil Ray of Pitch Black says it's beautiful. Highly recommend. Is there anything? Can I talk to somebody? Is there anything in general that they want us to know? If they can give us one message or as a group agree on something to tell mankind, some kind of advice? No, everything's already been written in the Bible and whatnot. Sorry for the typos. You're driving. Jason Dunn says, I would wear a black or white one. Moreno speaks soon, man. I've got the munchies here. Really enjoyed it. Have a great evening. Me too, Jason. I think I will be logging off shortly. I'll be stopping the live stream shortly. I'm also a bit hungry, to be honest. Later, Jason. Bye, Jason. Everyone else is greeting Jason. Gregory M says, are you talking about spirits in general or around him? She's referring to thingy in general. She's referring to me in general. Yeah. Fucking open, man. Okay, so yeah, you were referring to it in general. So yeah, guys, any other questions? Questiones? No other questiones? Motherfucker. Questiones, please. Okay. I've got Old Boy and I've got creation to watch while I eat something. Fucking, I'm not yelling at you guys. I'm yelling at my computer, acting like a piece of shit. Let me wish Jason a bon appetit. Bon appetit, Jason. I'm also going to eat in a second. Where is David Lee says got all movies ready. Dorso has just come online. Hey man, you're too late, Dorson. I'm hungry. Dorso, sorry. And I'm almost about to close off the stream. If you have any other questions, then please get to them now. Code 919 says, when you entered your new house, I've seen a few cola bottles. Is it for you to drink or to offer spirits? For me to drink, generally. Little Bay Ray of Pitch Black says, what are good offerings to Mamon, since Mamon is a money spirit? Money, obviously. Gregory says, I'm planning on putting all the 7 Pentacles of Jupiter on my altar. Is this a good idea or not? Seems like overkill. Should I be careful with those? Yeah, you should be careful with those. Yeah, sorry, Darsho. Oh, okay. I don't think you guys want to see me eat, okay? You guys don't want to see me eat in front of the camera. Simple like to talk with a mouth full and to address you guys. So now Um, so no, Gregory, I would advise the first pentacle of Jupiter, just that one. Puna 19 says, we know you already, Morino. Yeah, up to a certain point or extent. Gregory M says, can you explain a little bit? Yeah, like I said, just one. Okay, just the first one of Jupiter. Don't take any chances. For the rest, you'd have to perform divinatory readings to know what the others will do for you and whether there are any drawbacks or side effects that will come along with it. But all seven, nah, that's overkill for sure. One pentacle is already so strong under the right circumstances. Dorso says, enjoy your meal. Haha, I'll hope I'll catch you live next time. Yeah, just again, just subscribe to me. For the people that want to be notified of my live streams, how many times do I have to say it? Okay, this is just basic YouTubing. Don't just subscribe to my channel. Also, click the bell button if you want to be notified. That way, you'll be notified the second I live stream, and then you can join in. End the story. So yeah, just subscribe to me and click the bell button. I'm going to put it. Click the bell icon aside from subscribing. That way, I need to scream at people. That way, you won't miss my streams. Okay. And now I am off. I'm not kidding. Okay. I'm off to eat because I will starve to death if I don't. I'm going to eat my rice with spicy chicken and cashew nuts and vegetables. Thank you. Code 919 says, sure, enjoy your meal and movies. Hopefully you'll like it. Yeah, I hope too that I'll enjoy that Korean movie, Old Boy, that you guys recommended to me. I still need to download English subtitles though. Otherwise it's going to be, and I won't be able to make sense of what the hell's happening. Yeah, bye to everyone. Everyone's saying bye to me. Enjoy lunch. Yeah, thanks. Bon appetit. Bon appetit to anyone else that is going to eat. Ow, what the fuck? I hit my shoulder against my desk. Okay, bye to all of you. Okay, let me see. Okay, and yeah, the countdown will begin. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.